plains and prairies, rocky mountain highs fade off into the distance like ghost riders in the sky. Black smoke and white line, steel horses side by side. It's more than just a living, y'all. Hell, it's our way of life. We're the last of the cowboys, giddy up gone boys. 18 wheels on the concrete, it's a slow and dying breed, rolling like an outsider. Some call me a renegade, the enemy. Throw your hands up if you feel the same. Oh, living life at the edge. Just say what you wanna say, or walk away. I'll stand tall when there's hell to pay. Ain't no power higher, we're the outlaws and outsiders. I was born in the dark with a fearless heart and a taste for the other side. I was a crazy ass kid, all the shit I did, I'm amazed that I'm still alive. They thought I'd change with a little bit of age, but you know I never will. Takes too much time to walk a straight line, I don't have time.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Left Lane with Lefty. We've got a good show going on tonight. We have a special guest. Actually, I have several special guests tonight that will be on here. One is a good dear friend of mine that has his wife has passed away. I will get into that. He is here. I got him in backstage. We will be talking about him in here in a little bit. I also have other special guests like, I don't know, maybe this crazy lady. Hey, how you doing? There she is. I have her in the back. I also have some other ladies in the back too that have popped in. They want to come on and do a show. And we got a bunch of different things we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about what's going on with the FMC or with the DOT expanding the brake safety check for the North America for another 7 more days. We're also going to be talking about a few things that are going to be coming out with this gentleman that we're going to have coming on that he wants to talk about, but we're also going to talk about the situation that he's going through. There is some other stuff that we're going to be going through. We're going to have Shelli Conaway. Hopefully she'll be popping in here soon. I know she's finishing up a class right now. We'll be having her come on with her thing over this hurricane that's fixing to hit in the next tomorrow, the day after. They're saying it's supposed to be Sunday between 2 and 3. Now it's moving tracks towards the east. We got a lot of things to be covering. I have some new information on the vaccine with the DOT medical cards that I do have. I have some insight on that too. So there's a lot of little things we're going to get to. But as we're doing that, I've got, where did it go? It is right here. Yep, there it is. I will do this real quick, and this is just one of the 501c that we do sponsor and that we do want to take care of. Please pay attention and give them some love. Go over to their organization and show them some love, people. And that is Trucks with Room to Spare. And that's the main lady of that is Miss Shelli Conaway. You will find her out there. She's also the head over the Kentucky Truckers Coalition. She's also on that too. She's got a lot of her hands are into a lot of different things. So I will have her on here soon. She's already let me know that she will be on tonight. So we will be talking about that, the hurricane and everything that's coming. So there's going to be a lot of that going on. I've been notified today that I have some family members from the west side of Tennessee that have been told they were going to Louisiana. They're going to be heading out sometime tonight or in the morning, and they're driving down there to sit there and go deal with this. Let me make my rounds and say hi to everybody. What's up, Mr. Mark Epstein? How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Good evening, Brother Charles. Good seeing you on here, buddy. I like seeing you on the show. Yes, sir. Then we got Monkey. Well, look at here. Monkey made us a visit. Monkey says, he's here. What's up, Monkey? What's up, Glenn? Glenn Calais Jr. What's up, sir? Good evening. And Mr. John Hall, how are you doing the evening, sir? I'm glad you all stopped in to say hi. Like I said, we're going to get this stuff going on, and we're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff. Let's see what Glenn's got to say real quick. Glenn says, sitting home waiting for the hurricane to pass. I live 30 miles from where it's going to hit. Land there. I will be passing right over him. Ooh, brother, I feel bad for you. Ooh, I hope it don't go right over you. I hope it, veers a little more right or left away from you, brother. I really do pray that it don't hit you. And if you guys, John Hall, Mark, would you all please share this out? I'm trying to share out why I'm doing this, but it's a little harder for me to do it. But if you guys could please share it out, give me some likes, loves, and everything else. The normal routine. But yeah, man, brother, I pray it don't hit you nowhere near as bad as what I have seen some of the others. I know they said this one is coming across that it may be another Katrina, and we're hoping it don't. So I will get on here. Let me, as I said, we're going to get on here and start talking about a few things. I'm going to bring in Miss V, and then I got a couple things I want to show you. All righty, let's see. What do we got here? Yeah, I know. It's because it's the way there we go. Yeah, it's because of the microphone. I have it set up where it's a little further away from me. Last time everybody said I was sounding too close. So we're good. We're good. All right, we got this. We are supposed. Glenn Clay says what do we have, Glenn? We are supposed to have 160-mile-an-hour winds here at home, brother. Batten down the hatches. I don't know. Grab a couple of safety straps, and chains and binders. Strap your ass to the floor. Hopefully you don't fly away, brother. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. All right. I got someone I'm gonna bring in, and me and her are gonna talk for a minute, and I will bring in Miss Trucking with V. What you doing? Hello. Are you there, Miss V? Hello, Miss V. Well, she must be froze up, or she's talking to someone else. But on that note, there's a gentleman I'm bringing in. Me and V, I found out he's a good friend of mine, Mr. David. Hold on, I see you, David. I see you back there. Yep, I see you. And I see Mr. Williams back there too. Sorry about that. You ready, Miss V? Here we go. Nope, she froze up. All right. A very good dear friend of mine, Mr. Gary Shaw, his wife passed a few days ago. When he got it, I made a broadcast off of here and giving him my condolences and everything. And I really do feel sincere about a driver because over here at Left Lane with Lefty, we care about the drivers. We care about what's going on in their life. I knew Gary a while back, and Gary reached out to me at the time when he had to sell his W900, and it was a beautiful, beautiful truck. He called it Snow White. We kind of got into details of why he had to sell it, but he ended up having to sell his fleet, which is he had a total of 4 trucks, 3 trailers, and he ended up having to sell everything to try to help take care of his wife. He needed to have the money up to be able to put her in the Cancer Institute. So he ended up having to sell everything truck wise for the love of his wife, of his life, and for the love for his wife to make sure she got the best treatment and whatever they could do. I'm gonna see if Miss V's ready. You ready, Miss V? How you doing? So me and Miss V, we've been talking ever since I let her know what happened about Gary. Where'd he go? He dropped out. All right, I got Gary. He'll be back on here in a minute. He's been having some technical issues, just like
I'm ready. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you just fine. I can see you and hear you, everything. So me and V come up with the idea. Well, we were talking about it, and when I told Miss V about the story about Gary Shaw's wife and found out what he had to do with his trucks, Miss V
Yeah,
fell
I
in
don't
love
know. You
with it.
tell me, Charles.
I've already told the story,
Okay,
but
I'm going to
Miss V
listen,
fell in
Charles.
love with it so much that she actually went out and done this for his remembrance of his wife. Miss V went and got a tattoo of Mr. Gary Shaw's truck of his grill, and on his grill, on that grill, it says "For love of A. Shaw," which is Angie Shaw, which is his wife. And I have a picture. This is Miss. This is Mr. That's Mrs. Shaw right there. That's Angie Shaw with her grandbaby, and there's Gary Shaw in the upper corner.
That's Miss.
And the deal with this was that, for a man to give that kind of passion and that kind of love and be able to get rid of and be able to with no hesitation and get rid of, hey Gary, your screen and that your it's not letting you connect. You might want to retry that again, Gary. Sorry about that. But Gary sold everything he had trucking wise to make sure his beautiful wife right there that you see in this picture, make sure she was able to get back and try to give her the help to bring her back to where she needed to be. Um, so yeah, and Miss there you go. God bless. God bless you. Or what? Awesome tattoo, Mom. And that is from your friend Patrick Dunn. Patrick
Ink
Dunn.
and Miles. Ink and Miles.
Yep. Yep. And that's what's there. Dave Newland. Good morning or good evening, Mr. Dave Newland. Good morning, Mr. Scott, or afternoon, Mr. Scott Granger.
So let's tell
Ramsey
everybody about
Christinger.
what we're doing.
What's up, guys? Everybody, glad to see y'all here. But this is what's going on. I'm trying. He's having camera issues, so I'm trying to bring him in. We had him earlier, and he's still having not wanting to pick up his microphone. But I will go back over here, and that's his lovely wife. So me and Miss V, we talked about it, and we said we would like to do something for him and be able to figure out how we were going to do something. Ms. V sat there and said, well, why don't we try to help set him up a GoFundMe account, which is what we did. We are still in the process of working it, but we will have the information probably by Monday fully on what everything there for the GoFundMe, because we had to submit everything in the paperwork, and it takes up to 72 hours for it to be approved. Once we get the approval, then we'll have the contact information to be able to send it to y'all and the links. I'll have it on all my pages. I'll have it in all my groups. So that way, if anybody wants to share it out to other groups to help this man with some funding, with medical bills, food, whatever he's got to have to help and everything else, well, we can do that. But like I said, I'm trying to get him back in here so he could talk a little bit more about this, but he's still having technical issues. So I will bring him in as soon as I can. Now we're moving to a different part of the story. I've had a few people know that
I
I've been on
cannot
here.
wait to meet him. Thank you, Charles.
I know, and he was more than thankful to talk to you because I told you to reach out to him and give him a call. He talked to you for I don't know for the last 2 days, and you guys have really come a long way with a lot of different things, and he's got a lot of big plans that he wants to do too.
Yes, he did.
So, anything you want to give on the story, Miss V?
And he deserves it.
He
I
does.
love it. I'm a hopeless, romantic, sarcastic, smart ass truck driver, and my heart goes out to you, Mr. Shaw. I'm the new kid on the block, and I
You know,
hope we can do big things. Please share this GoFundMe out. I will be on it every day. I would like to say thank you to my new job. Everything is going good. Shelli Conway, we're going to get you some trucks. We're going to put the word out. Um, Charles, put me in the back, baby, and I love everybody, and I can't wait to meet Mr. Shaw. And thank
oop, yeah, she back there. She was thanking everybody. I believe. Do we have Mr. Shaw back? Let me look. I think he's back in here. Mr. Gary, you there, sir? He still must be in a bad spot. All right. Well, I tried to bring him back and try to bring him in so he can give a little more on his story and other things that he has in the works. Uh, but we are going to be talking about the. Oh, here's another person on that. I will bring this up. I'm going to bring her back in. Miss V. I tried to bring it back. You're
That's
trying to
good.
watch both. You can't do that. And other things that he has in the works. Sorry. Hey, on the thing on the brake safety, you were sitting there
Yes, what's
explaining
up?
some of
Where's
that.
Sheila? We got to get these trucks moving.
Yeah, I know. She's not in here yet.
Oh,
She's got the link and everything. I know she's.
that's Monkey.
Yeah.
That's Monkey. That ain't me.
That's Monkey.
They extended it. It's going to be 15 days this year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. What else are we doing? Left lane with Lefty.
Yeah. Oh, and just by the way, to let
That
everybody know. Yeah. Here we go. By the way, on the other stuff, just to let everybody know that is there to. We are here to promote and help him get him through. We are not here to lay any claim on this or take any recognition. We just wanted to help the man and help him get his stuff out there and let him know that there's drivers out here that do care. We care and show him love. I mean, he's a really good dear friend. So that's why I wanted to bring him on and put this out there. But I know he's having issues. The FMCSA is trying to change a few things around. Like I said, there will be some stuff coming out. I have been notified by several different family members that do drive trucks that have been out here. They went and renewed their DOT physicals just this week, and they were informed by their doctors that the next time that they have to renew their medical card, you will have to take the vaccine. Their doctors are telling them this, and it says that on their DOT paperwork for their medical, it's telling them the next time you come in to do your physical, you will have to take the shot. So it's not, are they going to do it or if they're going to do it? They've already informed the doctors that are doing these medicals and letting them know we are pushing for it and it's going to happen. Just saying. It's not something I want to look forward to because I don't want the vaccine. Don't want it. Don't want to take it. I have my mom in here that has issues. We can't take it. Can't afford it. But that's a little bit of what we've got going on. But I do have other proof on that they've actually, they called me and told me, hey, we were just told this week, and this is what's going on. Did you know anything about it? Yeah, I knew about it. And I had it on last week. I did an hour and a half. I actually showed the US DOT website and showed y'all where they were doing it. The pilots, boat captains, and the trucking is next, and they already had forms for it. So I'm just saying, but I do know that they are doing a trucker strike. It's supposed to be on the 31st, which is Tuesday. I don't know who's all going to be involved in it. Don't know. All I know is there's a lot going around, and a lot of people are talking about it. And if y'all want to leave comments and talk about it, see what y'all think. If you think it should be or it shouldn't be, I will let you know. Let's see. What has Mr. Dave Newland got to say today? Well, what he said, would suck for someone having a 3-month or a 6-month medical card. Yes, it would. It would. Definitely, because within that 6 months, with everything that they're doing, they're talking about going from, if they get the bill into the Senate, get it passed by the 20th of September, which is just 3 weeks away, man. It hitting. And if it passes, then it'll go in effect by October the 13th. How many of them have been sitting there saying, with these mayors and stuff, talking about the 13th? October the 13th. Things has got to be done by October the 13th. So that is their push to get this done. But we're not going to go there. I'm going to bring this gentleman in real quick and then see what he's got to say and what he thinks. Because, I know something that no one else knows. He looks like a duck, talks like a duck. I don't know. He might be a duck. What's up, Justin Bieber? Wow. Oh, hold on. That's right. It can't be Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber's got a goatee. That looks like mini Hitler. What's up, Hitler?
Oh, no. You can just pull me right the hell out. No. I don't think so there, Jethro.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know how that works. So what are you doing there, sir?
Sitting here at the house for the weekend. I got to run to the shop, have my trailer fixed Monday, and then run down to Texas.
Nice.
So
how you liking it so far?
Oh, dude, I love it. I really do. I couldn't ask for a better opportunity to put another notch on the belt. I've hauled end dump before, but not a frameless. A frameless is a little sketchy, and I will say this: first couple times that trailer went up, I thought I was gonna have to change my pants.
Oh, so you puckered up and sucked up the seat.
It puckered up pretty good, yeah.
I heard that. Hey, Gary, if you can still hear me, hey, when you get a chance, please pop back in, sir, and I will put you back on. I see you tried again. But if you get a chance, just pop back in, and I'll put you on. And then we can talk about everything that we need to talk about. It sucks that you're having technical difficulties. Really does. Ms. V, if you can get a chance, call Gary and see what's going on. Try to help him out, if you could, please. Ms. V. So, what do you think? Because I know something that you may end up having to do. What do you think about this going on? Or have you talked to your doctor lately?
No, I haven't talked to my doctor yet. I was going to call him next week. What's kind of screwed up is that, when I switched companies, they wanted me to go to their med doctor. Okay. Yep. So I went to their physical doctor, and he tells me I'm damn near blind in my right eye, and I got high blood pressure. Well, my med card was still good for another year and a half, but they wanted me to go do theirs. doing theirs dropped me down to 6 months because he says I'm damn near blind in my right eye and I got high blood pressure. So my year and a half just got wasted to 6 months. So yes,
All right.
I'm gonna have to go and redo it again, um, for the sake to get that 2 year again. Because like I said, I still had a year and a half left on my med card.
Yeah. So, are you gonna try to at least talk to your doctor and see what they say?
Yeah,
Miss Della,
he'll
you get a chance to pop back in. 'Cause there's a few questions I want to ask with you too. I know some of them are jumping in and out.
yeah, when I call him Monday to schedule an appointment, because he still wants you to schedule appointments a couple weeks out, which is fine with me.
Yep.
So I will, talk to him. I'll try to get some info Monday when I call.
All right.
But if they don't want to give me the info or don't tell me the info that I want to hear, I'll
Yep.
get all the info when I go in there when I come back home around the 24th, to the house.
All right. Yeah, that would work too. Because then that way we know how far spread it is. Because I can tell you right now, it's in Arkansas, and
Right.
Arkansas has already done pushing that issue. Like I said, I got family in Arkansas that are owner operators. They own 4 to 5 trucks. They also have 2 to 3 lease trucks with them. So I mean, they're not small players, but they've been doing this for the last 15, 20 years as owner
Right.
operators. It's a husband and wife, and then they got their kids into it. I've been offered to go over there and go to work for them, but we're still trying to work out everything else and what's going on with me. So
Right. Now, see, Oakley, the company that I'm leased to, they do ask you if you have been vaccinated. Do they
yeah,
care? No. But if you
no,
have been vaccinated, and they're based out of Little Rock, Arkansas,
all right,
they do offer you, or they do give you $2,000 if you have been vaccinated. Now, when they brought this to my attention
uh-huh.
and asked me if I was vaccinated, and I told them no, and I asked them straight up, is that going to be a problem? Because if it is, I'm not going to waste the fuel to come down there. They told me, nope, it's not going to be a problem. If you do decide to do it, we'll give you $2,000. And I told them, don't keep your $2,000 because I don't plan on taking it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. And I hate to say this. This is 70% of the trucking industry. That
Right.
I'm hearing that I will not take it because they've already figured out the issues. We've already seen it. We have doctors coming out. We have nurses coming out, and whatever. And this deal with this strike is supposed to be with nurses and doctors, truckers. They're trying to get the motorcycle clubs to get involved, and they're trying to get some other clubs involved. Which,
Right.
hey, more power to them, because if they can get everybody to stand at once, hey, they finally made the industry be able to do something.
Yeah.
If not, then it's like everything else. It's been there, failed, and try it again. Because if you can't come together on something this major, you'll never get them to come together on anything else.
No, and see,
And that's the
uh,
problem.
you know, what was that last year? I think it was last year, earlier this year. Um,
Hmm.
remember when we were talking about
You see
the
that comment?
last? Do you believe they will force us one way or another? I think they will try. I really do. I really do think that they will try. Now,
Yeah.
I honestly do believe, and this is, you know, my belief.
Mm-hmm.
If people were smart enough to go now and redo their med cards
They
and
might be able to
have
have
a
that
two
early
year,
jump. Yep.
well, and have that 2 year, I don't think that they're going to be able to force it in 2 years from now when you got to get another med card. I really don't.
And that's what I think too, because they could go ahead and change it and force it now, but that's 2 years ahead to be able to think about this. So we've already got a year in. We've had how many different? We've gotten 5 already different variances that has happened.
Yeah.
But then, but everybody else is coming down with the Delta, and it's only the Delta that everybody's coming down with. And just like my mom's nurse that come in the other day sat there and said, we don't have a test for the Delta. So how can we tell if it's the Delta strain? Got a point. How can you tell? If you can't got a test approved for that strain, how do you know?
Well,
It's
my
just
other question.
they're coming down as with just COVID is what it is.
Well, and see, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that's the bullshit part right there. It really
No.
is. I got a buddy that I went to high school with, and his grandfather was like in his early or mid 90s. He passed away last year or earlier this year. He had passed away. He got sick.
Yep.
The damn doctors blamed it on COVID. Not because he was in his 90s, because it was COVID. That's the most stupidest thing that I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the most stupidest thing that I've ever heard. And
But
while
see,
while
that's where the money comes in. See, this is where the government money comes in. If
well,
you got listed with COVID, the hospital may pay.
well, my wife, she's on her computer constantly.
Yes.
She has been doing a lot of research, and I've heard a lot about it.
Yep.
Supposedly, and I don't know if this is true or not. So I'm just going to say supposedly that doctors that give the COVID shot to toddlers, I don't know what the age limit is, but that gives it to toddlers, pediatricians, I guess you would call them, that gives it to toddlers gets 40 grand a pop. Now, that's supposedly what I've heard or what she has read that I have heard from her. Now, do I know that it's true? No, I do not, because I haven't seen any proof at all. Now, I can't say that, this is true, people. Listen to me. No, I can't say that at all. Now, while you're doing your thing, I'm going to go back to that strike ordeal that you were talking about. It was either last year at the end or the beginning of this year. I can't remember.
No,
They
it was
were
beginning
talking
of last
about
year when the COVID started hitting, when they all went to DC and sat up there to do the strike.
right. They all sat up there to do the strike.
Yeah, big names or big people jumped in on it. Yep.
But see, this is my thing. Every time that a organization in the trucking industry or a group on Facebook or whatever, has talked about doing a strike, they probably get a good turnout. The problem is it never does anything.
Yeah.
Not once have I heard of truckers going to DC and doing a strike and making shit happen. It hasn't happened. Now they're calling for another shutdown on the 31st. I got news for you. I cannot shut down. I can't do it. I would love to shut down and take a day off. I can't do it. I put out $8,500 a month just in bills alone and household bills. That's not even including extra stuff for the truck or extra stuff here for the house or for the vehicles that we drive or for the baby or grandbaby or stuff that my wife needs or anything. That's $8,500 a month in household bills. I can't afford to shut down.
No.
I can't do that. So I have to run my little man's off down yonder just to make the monthly bills and to have a little bit of extra cash flow.
Yeah, which is understandable. I mean, and that's like most of everybody, because the way the economy went in the last 6 months, I mean, everything, inflation has gone so out of this world on inflation. I mean, where you could go and buy a sheet of plywood, 1 inch, 8x4 sheet of plywood used to be $23 to $30 a sheet, shot up to $100 a sheet. You're like,
Oh,
what
dude,
the hell?
have you seen I'm sorry. Have you seen the porterhouse prices at Walmart?
No.
It used to
No,
be
I
like
haven't.
a porterhouse at Walmart for a good sized porterhouse was
Yep.
normally about $15 to $20. Not anymore. It's like $50 for the same thing you would buy. That was like $20. You could buy 2 good sized ribeyes for like $18. That would feed me and a wife.
Yeah.
Lovely. That's great. 18, $20. Not anymore. They're like $45 to $60 for 2 ribeyes.
Yeah, and that's for the same
What the
piece of meat.
hell?
It's because, yeah, once inflation went in, it cost more to transport it, cost more to butcher it. Everybody had to go up when they raised the minimum wage. When they sat there and said, "Oh, everybody across the board's got to be at $15 an hour," well, guess what? Well, when you made that out loud, now here's your consequences from it. You got everybody wanting. Well, I got to have $15 to cut that meat. Well, I got to have $15 to deliver it. I got to have $15 to clean it. So
and that's
you're
the problem.
constantly, it's
Everybody, I get it. Oh hell, Charles, what's the world of home living cost is high. I get that.
Hold on, I see you in the back, Gary. I see your camera.
Go ahead, pull him in.
Well, I'm waiting to see because his camera keeps popping in and out. You see if I can. He's
Nope.
Waiting on to get a little better signal.
Is he driving or at home?
He should be getting it home. He was driving. He was on his way home.
Oh, okay.
But I sent him the
get
link to make sure everything was working. But I didn't realize he was on his way home.
I get it. The cost of living is high. Believe me, I get that.
Yeah.
But when you want, I mean, when I was 18
his signal
years,
popped back out. All right, go ahead. Keep going.
When I was 18 or 19 years old, I worked at Taco Bell making $10 an hour, and I busted my butt to make that $10 an hour. Now you got kids coming in here that want that $15 an hour, but they don't want to do jack crap. Nobody wants to work now because all the crap that's going on, and it's hard for any kid.
That and the government paid them for so long to be at home.
Yeah,
look at me.
I know.
And now they don't want to go to work. They're like, "Where's my money? Where's my government money?"
Exactly.
But the only way the government gets money is from us working to be able to pay the taxes, so they can give it to you to shut on your butt.
Yeah, I mean, I got government money. I got that PPP money. But boy, that as soon as I got that money, it went right back into the truck, and me and the truck went back out on the road. And I busted my ass to keep this truck on this road, and to keep food on my table for my family while I'm gone.
Yeah.
You don't see me crying and whining about not having that unemployment check. That shit don't work for people. Yeah, that shit don't work for people that are owner operators.
Justin Mitchell sat there and said, I made $10 an hour during doing masonry. Whew, they should have paid you a little more on that. But masonry work is really rough. I mean, that's rough work.
That's the thing.
That's like I done stucco. When I started out at the age of 15, I was doing stucco. I was making $9.25 an hour, and it was only because at that time my girlfriend, her dad owned the stucco company, and it was all pro stucco.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you something. For one of them guy toting 5-gallon buckets of mud and then trying to supply 2 crews laying stucco between houses, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work, and it's a lot of abuse. And I can understand exactly where he's coming from. He's laying brick. That's a lot harder than just throwing mud on a slab and then sitting there grabbing the scrapers and slinging it,
Yeah. My
first main,
besides Taco Bell, my first main actual job, I don't classify myself working in a fast. What?
Yeah, it's just like Michael said here. Haven't seen an unemployment check. Went from driving to wrenching.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to. We
Exactly.
I don't know what it is with the newer, younger generation. I mean, Justin, I hate to classify you into that, but you're 33 going on 34, right?
Yes, but see, this is the
But
way
the
I
rest of
this
us are in our 40s or higher.
right,
You
and
know,
that's the way I look at it too, Charles. I mean, my wife's generation compared to my generation, because we're 10 years apart, are two
yeah,
different things. My
yeah.
generation compared to my stepkids, because my youngest stepkid or my oldest
Oh,
stepkid, he's
I'm sorry,
21.
Justin. I not you, but the other Justin. I wasn't trying to knock him out. He's only 36.
Uh,
I mean, but you're in. But I mean, what I'm saying is, you got Generation X, and then you got Generation I don't know what the hell, and
right
Generation
now,
what I don't know what the hell is the ones that don't want to work. They want the stuff handed to them. They weren't taught with the ethics of if you want it, you got to earn it, and you don't get it for free.
and that's exactly what it is. Kids nowadays think that everything should be owed to them, because I'm going to be nice about it, because they're a
Go
bunch
ahead,
of
be nice.
wussies.
Yeah,
They're a bunch of wussies. They are. I've seen the way that my youngest stepkid is, and I've seen the way that my oldest stepkid is, and I've seen how kids are that are a lot younger than them too, though, the way they act. You know,
yeah,
my oldest stepkid is what? He's 21. I'll be 34, so he's 13 years younger than me.
yeah,
So my generation to his generation, well, basically to both my stepkids' generations, are two different systems or two different generations.
yeah.
You know, they had it easy growing up. I didn't. I had to work for everything that I had. You know, dad gave me some things, yes, but I also busted my butt too to get what I had. At 16, I was working at what the hell is that? Steak and Shake
Yeah. You
for
know, but I
gas
mean,
money.
it's the thing. People don't. Let's see. Monkey says, what does Monkey say? John B. Weston told us, PSY 101. What the hell? Oh, he what told us or paid us? I don't know I think that monkey done lost
uh,
his last screw. That monkey don't know what it's talking
you,
about.
you're not understanding what it is though.
Well, go ahead.
A woman's undercarriage, 101.
Yeah. PSY 101.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I did. Come on. I wasn't trying to get that far into detail. We are. Come on. I was just trying to keep it PG.
That
Instead, you
is
went to the.
PG.
But you went straight to the G. That's
I
the
like that
problem.
G. I like
Yeah,
that G.
you passed the B and you went straight to G. But yeah, I mean, it's just there's certain different things. Oh, I know what I forgot to do tonight. Yeah, I gotta hang on 1 second. We are putting this up on there. Yeah, this is a rolling.
While you're doing what you're
No,
doing,
you're
find
good.
me a comment. Find
There
me
you
a
go.
comment.
You want to comment? You
Yeah,
should be
give
able
me
to
a
see one.
comment.
You want to
No, I
comment?
can't see them.
Well, I'm looking. I'm trying to see what's new.
Find me a good one.
You want a good one?
Yeah, find me a
Alicia
good
says,
one.
"Hi, Justin."
Hi.
uh, let's see. Student Drivers College. What do you think about that?
What is it? Student driver what?
Student Drivers College. They come from Monkey.
Student driver college.
Yeah.
Okay. Student driver college, I can tell you this, probably wouldn't be a bad idea if they actually taught them everything in a longer course than a
Yeah.
4-week course.
What are you
Back
talking?
when I
4
was,
weeks? Hold on. 4 weeks. What are you talking about? They're now doing it
that's
in
what
2. They're doing it in 2 weeks.
well,
2
not the
weeks.
one here,
I can
not the
put
one
you
here
in
in town.
school. Well, that might not be the one there, but it ain't the one here neither.
Okay,
But
well, 2 weeks is a
2
little too
weeks is
damn short.
yeah.
So, I know Job Corps because when I was 16, I went to Job Corps to actually get my automotive certification.
Reinforced the RHE
So,
shot. Good call.
do what?
I'm trying to read that. Hold on. Let's see. We got Michael says he was 15. I was throwing hay bales and handling 100-pound feedbacks. Hey, right
That
there with
sucks,
you.
brother.
Right
That
there with you.
that
That's work.
sucks.
That's work.
That is work on a
That
hot
is
summer
major work.
day in 100-degree heat out there
Yep.
throwing hay bales. No, worst time of my life. Freaking hated it. Um.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the college ordeal. The driving college. If they would actually show them in we'll just say a 3-month course.
Yeah.
Show them for 3 months. Let them drive a truck longer than 2 minutes, and it wouldn't be such a bad ideal. Now, in Job Corps, when I was 16, I dropped out of high school and went to Job Corps, got an ASE certification in automotive, and got my GED or high school
Yeah.
diploma, whichever one they classify it as.
Yep.
Doing that, they actually, I think it was Roadway at that time. Yeah, Roadway was actually a sponsor towards Job Corps, and you
Yeah.
had a guaranteed job. Now, their training course was 10 weeks long. They taught you everything. You drove a truck on campus. You didn't get to take it out until I think it was right about your 8th week. But they actually showed them everything. That was great.
Yeah. But that's the way it
If
should be. I mean, I think we need to go back to that because these younger ones, I mean, they're taught to hold a steering wheel. They're not taught how to sit there and drive a truck. They're not. They're taught
yeah,
how to hold a steering wheel.
and
And,
that's
and
what
with them being an automatic, I can see them being able to shove them through a 2-week class. 1 week we'll teach you how to back up and parallel park, and then the next week we'll just teach you how to do your e-log and you're out of here.
Charles, did you save my video off Facebook?
Yeah, I got the video on Facebook.
Put that sumbitch up. This is what they teach them. If
Hold
you
on.
can do it.
Yeah, I can do it. Just gotta give me a second. Hang on. Pop out of here. Hold on. Let me go
I
into
know a
here.
lot of people on here don't have me as friends on Facebook or see a lot of the content that I post. I don't post a lot. I do some TikToks and I do some, Facebook posts.
All right.
This is a new
I will say this. I will say this. Carla Williams was supposed to be on tonight. She's had a slight family emergency at her house. So that's going to be postponed for a while. So she's having her own issues. I know she messed up her knee this week. So I'm leaving it at that. So, but she's having issues, so she won't be on tonight. She was one of the ladies that was supposed to be here too. Uh,
I'll have to call her
Gary
later and
said
shoot her a text.
Gary's letting me know he was in a bad area. He's really having it rough. He's wore out, so he was going to come on here and tell a little bit about his story with his wife and everything, but he's the emotions is working on him because I showed the pictures. He's seen it, and it's just I don't want to trigger him anymore tonight. But when I can, Gary, I will have you on, and maybe I'll do a pre-recorded, and we'll get that worked out that way. So I'm just letting you know, brother, I got you in my prayers, and I will keep you in my prayers. Hold on. I got it right here. Sorry about that. Yep. Hang on. Yeah. Why ain't it posting it? I don't
I don't
know.
know why ain't it posting.
I don't know. I know I had it in here, but it's not. Not that one. Hang on. But as we were saying, I got other stuff. It's just here.
That
That?
the TikTok that I did, people, like I said, I know there's a lot of people that don't have me as a friend on Facebook. And believe me, I'm not offended if you don't friend me on Facebook. I'm not gonna, cause trouble or whatever. But the video that I caught on my dash cam,
You
what's today?
sent
Today
that to me in
Saturday, and I caught it
Messenger?
Thursday.
No, you sent that in a text or Messenger?
Well, shit, I don't think I sent it to you. You want me to send it to you right quick?
You sent it to somebody. I think you sent it to me,
Hang
but
on.
I'm not sure. You may. Hold on, let me see.
Hang on.
Nope, you didn't send it to me. All right, that's why I can't find it.
There it is. It's on its way.
But I think where's it going to?
It's
Messenger
on
or
its way.
text?
Messenger.
All right.
Because if I do it through text, and that means I got to crop it down.
Well, yeah, there it is. All right. Hang on, we'll get it.
But that video is a good understanding why a lot of people are steering wheel holders.
Yeah.
It really is, because for one, it's a FedEx driver, and not only was it a FedEx driver, it wasn't a normal day cab driver. It was one of their sleeper trucks pulling doubles, a person from out of states.
Yeah. Hang on, you may see me pop in, but I'm not trying to. Yep, there we go. I'm out of it. Yep.
Ow.
There we go. I know. Hang on, I'm pulling it up. You wanted me to do this now, so yeah. Figures, Justin. Let's do
Chop,
it now.
chop, Charles. Chop, chop.
Yeah. Where did it go? Wow. All right. There it is. Really?
Really what?
The way the file's been print, it was done into it. It's telling me it may not be able to upload it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yep. It's not done in a PRG. It's not done in a JPG, PEG.
Oh, that's stupid. Okay. Well, I'll post it in the left lane for lefty.
I'll do it this way. Here. I'll do it this way. Hold on, I'll replay it again. Hang on. Nope, hang on. I had to make sure it was right in the camera so they can see it.
Right
Look
there.
at that.
Yep. See? And then he cut me off. That right there, people, is a typical steering wheel holder. Waits until I get right up there to his damn bumper and then cuts me off. Notice how I'm able to drop a gear and come up on him, and he's thinking he's going to pass that truck that's in front of me because that truck had already passed him.
Yeah.
And then here he is steadily dropping back.
Yeah. But I mean, that's the reason why we have dash cams in these trucks, for that simple fact, because if he'd have cut it any shorter and then hit the brakes, you'd have lost the whole front of your truck.
Oh, that was the second time somebody tried to take me out that day. The first time was in Indy on the 465 loop. A lady stopped in front of me, dead stopped in front of me because she needed to get over and get off that exit. I went through Prime 15 years ago. I can't say that I've heard anything good or bad about Prime. Now, they are here in my home state. They are a couple hours from me. I know they do a lot of stuff for Bass Tracker. And Maverick does a lot of stuff for Bass Tracker too, because they're out of Missouri, and so is CFI.
Yeah. But it's certain things like that, like monkey says, pulling their freight.
Oh, pulling
That
their
monkey,
freight.
that monkey likes to really get into people's businesses. Oh, like this. About time pulling. I don't know. Wrong one. That ain't what it was. It was this one here. There it is. Get organized.
Charles needs a lot of organization.
Yeah, well, hey, it's a one man, one hand operation here.
You got the one man and one hand, right?
Oh, we're gonna stab like that, huh? Well,
Yeah.
hey, your best friend's over there. You can go over there and go see him.
Who?
Your best friend.
I don't have a best friend.
Right there.
Hang on. Justin Williams, don't get your panties in a knot. LOL, just joking. What a crybaby.
You can go see your best friend right there. Go see your best friend. But as he says, who was in the is back typical driver. It's supposed to be is that typical driver for FedEx.
Yeah, that is a typical driver for FedEx. Now, I don't actually think I've seen one of their drivers from out of states. I think he's a first for me.
Yeah. What are you doing, Miss V? I see you pop back in. I don't know what she's doing. Don't want to know.
I don't know
She's
either.
back there monkeying around.
I can't see anything back there.
I know you can't. You're in the dark, man. Why don't you come out of the closet? There you are. But yeah,
I'm using my damn tri-pack on the truck for a phone holder.
I see that. But we were supposed to get into a bunch of other stuff tonight, but I had Shelli Conaway. She was supposed to be coming on talking about the stuff that was going on with the hurricane, and that to see what type of supplies she needed and everything. But she has been caught up into class, so she's still stuck there. Her class started at 7 Central, so.
Central, so that's my time.
It's your time.
8:45 now.
Yeah, I know.
So.
And hopefully maybe she'll come out here soon. But she was supposed to be in it and then taking a couple of notes in that. But she told me she was going to be here. It just may take her a little bit.
Yeah. Even if you need to do like a special, live for her or something like that,
I might have to. I may have to do it tomorrow. But I was going to I had all this all planned for the night at 8 o'clock. It was supposed to be done at 8 o'clock, but then when she told me her class was at 7, which put it at 8 at my time, that's why I pushed it back till 9 o'clock. But then someone else come on and said they were moving theirs to 9 o'clock, and I just said, you know what, I'll go on at 8:30, and I'll do my own thing. It is what it is.
Yeah. Let's see. Michael says, see a lot of that bleep on the East Coast here. Yes, you do. You do see a lot of that out there on the East Coast. Let's see. Scott Granger says, now why am I a crybaby, Justin Williams? Explain yourself, young man.
Because it's past his bedtime and he's still wearing Pampers. Or depends. It depends on what year it is. But you know how that works.
Let's see. Glenn says FedEx drivers in Louisiana suck too. Always quick to cut someone off and turn at the next street. Yes, they are.
And here's the thing with that. If they're supposed to be as big as they are, which they are, UPS is also starting to have that problem too with their drivers of running up, cutting people off. They are starting to do it now. They've lost the professionalism that they've had. UPS used to be the number one that was they were courteous. They had to make sure they maintained their lanes. They'd stay far enough away to get in front or back of you. And it's like, what they do? Hired the FedEx drivers to go to work for UPS? And I mean, I'm telling you. And I've seen right around here, I got 2 hubs. I got a UPS hub right here in Johnson City and one in Abingdon. They're huge hubs. And then I got a FedEx hub. Now, the FedEx hub that they got over here is a huge hub. But here's the problem that I see every time I see them rolling out. Half of them roll out, they're dirty, not clean. Half of them I've looked, and some of them are missing lug nuts off the wheels, or they're missing a mirror, or they're scraped down the side. I'm like, really? Come on. I thought you all kept your stuff a little bit better than what you got out here.
Oh, man, that's a typical pre-trip for them.
What, going through the trees and taking off mirrors? That was the first?
Exactly.
Oh, that's the way that was.
It's kind of like FedEx, UPS, and if Mike Garvey's here, I'm not trying to be mean, but
yeah,
it kind of is almost like, you know, when I was in North Little Rock, Amazon had a convention at the Holiday Inn that Oakley put me in. It's almost like FedEx, UPS, and Yellow Trucking have a big ass convention, and they figure out who goes where.
And then they figure out, all right, which ones? And then I think they have a lottery pot sitting there. All right, so you get this sector, you get this sector, I get this sector. Now the next thing is, all right, so now we're gonna have a lottery. Who gets the worst drivers? All right, I had them last year. Nope, I had them the year before. I guess it's your turn now. You get those drivers.
And I'm not saying all the drivers for all 3 companies are shit. I'm not saying that at all.
No.
There are good drivers out there that work for them that have been there for years. They will retire from there. They probably have 1 million miles, if not more, with those companies.
Yes. And those are your better drivers, the ones you see running slower, because they want to be able to run slower because they know they're making more money. They have better equipment. They have better equipment because they take care of their stuff. And these guys run slower because of the simple fact that they don't want to, they're done past that. Oh, I got to do a speed test to prove where I lie in this company.
Yeah.
Oh, as Glenn or Michael says, FedEx is the Flip Flop Express. Ain't that the truth? I've seen many of those too. Let's see what Glenn's got to say. Glenn says UPS is the worst than FedEx down here. I tried to pull one of their drivers out of the truck, but he found that the high gear before I could get to him. I can believe that. I think I'd try to find that high gear too there, Glenn. I don't want to see you knocking on my door. I'm just saying. What
are you talking about? Glenn's a teddy bear.
Oh, no.
I'm waiting for a comment on that one.
Oh, well, you already got your other comment from the other one.
Yeah. Let's see. What's he saying now? I know how Justin Williams feels. I was going to Phoenix, Arizona, and a FedEx truck would pass me up, and then I would pass them back with 200,000 K. Is that the truck you can float an automatic transmission in?
I don't know.
Scott, is that true?
Last time I looked, it had a plunger. I think it was a plunger to the floor with a unicorn as a shifter knob. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just saying. I bet you he passed that driver throwing. Hey, I know what it was. He was passing that driver on the right and throwing Skittles at his window. Taste the rainbow.
Oh God.
Oh, here's Glenn for you. This is his comment.
I'm just a rookie Volvo driver. You're just full of shit.
Yeah, because we know there ain't no Volvo driver. But
it's like a Geo Metro on steroids. Look, don't be a smart butt. I figured it out. Hang on.
Figure out.
Hang on. I gotta put my camo slippers back on, but I figured out how he floats
You figured it out?
gears in an automatic. Hang on. I figured it out. I'm gonna be that smart butt.
I figured it's gonna be that way.
I'm gonna be a smart butt. Hang on. So this. No, hang on. We'll say that this is his ship. It's actually my wiper blades, but this is how he floats gears in an automatic.
Oh no, you did. Oh no, you went there. You went there. That's bad. That's bad. Glenn says,
That may be bad, but
took so long to get back home. I told him I'd pass him up. Oh, Glenn passed him. Glenn's laughing his ass off. That's hilarious. Oh, hang on. Now we're done joking, and I will give this the intro. Hang on a second. Yep, I got to do the intro.
Dobbs on here.
Hold on. No, I didn't. It might be. I just didn't see it just yet. But hold on. I gotta get it back up here. Where's it at? Where's it at? Right here. I gotta do the intro. Going. Hang on. I gotta.
No, not you. I'm trying to get my light to kick on.
Everybody, welcome, Miss Shelli Conaway with Truckers with Room to Spare. How you doing, dear?
It's Trucks with Room to Spare.
Trucks with Room to Spare. Trucks with Room to Spare.
So what? Y'all had to quit joking because I got here? I like a good joke.
No, I just seen you pop up in the back, and I said, you know what? Hold on. I got to cut the cutting out right now, and I got to be able to bring you in.
Oh,
so that way they know who you are.
Yourselves.
Oh no, we can cut up all we want.
Okay.
Come on now.
I'm a flatbetter. We cut up.
I know. You got them skateboards out there running around.
Bill Hauler's got to have somebody to look up to.
Always. Justin just wants to be a flatbedder. He tried that RGN out and he found that deck set too low. He couldn't play on the skateboard.
Hang on. That's what I got to say about this. Hang on.
Oh, Lord.
Whatever. You trying to say we need to see the light?
He just ain't figured out how to keep the cows on the trailer going down the
road. Yeah, pretty much.
Damn, here I thought we were friends.
Honey, I'm a 50-year-old woman. I'm not friends with anybody.
Hey, shit happens.
I'm blatantly honest. I've been married 3 times, and I figured out what the main problem in all 3 of those marriages was. Mm-hmm. It was me.
It was you.
It was me. I'm a bad wife and a bad girlfriend.
Are you sure about that? I think that might have something else to deal with that.
No, I'm positive, but I like money, so I work hard.
Oh well, see, there's the thing. That's the whole key.
There you go.
It was because you like money and didn't want to share it. That's what the problem was.
There you go. There you go.
That was the whole key.
How are y'all doing tonight?
We are doing good. We're sitting here having a good old time. I tried to get Dave Shaw. His camera was on a couple of times, but I couldn't get him on here to. But I did let him know that we did give his condolences and that what we were trying to do for him. He did say he wanted us to go ahead and bring it out there with the GoFundMe that we are setting up for him, me and Miss V. And that we'll have that over to his attorney and his advertisement partner and that he has. We'll let them deal with the money situation. We are just here to bring it forth and that we are sponsoring it.
Right.
It's Left Lane with Lefty and Trucking with V is sponsoring this to help him out. We are not looking to get anything out of it. Just that, hey, we are here to help the driver. That's all it's about.
There you go. And that's what it's supposed to be all about is, that's the brotherhood, helping each other out.
Yeah. Where a lot of people don't understand that's the brotherhood that we are trying to carry on.
Well, that's the brotherhood that I come into years ago,
Yeah.
And it's not the same anymore.
You see this is going in the messages, right? Scott says Glenn couldn't catch me if he wanted to, pretty much, but he says he couldn't catch me.
Yes, he could. I just showed you how he caught you.
I know. And then Glenn says, when I passed Scott, I seen that high extension automatic shifter he has.
Doesn't that mess with y'all's shoulder? Would it be all the way up there?
I don't know.
No.
I mean, it's them guys that play with them big old monkey bars up there.
I know what it is. I'm kind of like, I'm kind of one of those that I'm looking forward, and I thought about an automatic. Me and my boss were both like, okay, we're not getting any younger. It may come a time that sounds pretty damn good,
Yeah. But I mean, I will say this. I mean, I've driven standards. I've driven automatics. I've driven them both. And I like the sound and the feel of going through the gears. I really do. Because that is just, and it shows you that you can drive a stick.
Well,
and it lets people know.
It depends on what you haul. It depends on the road conditions, the areas that you travel. Some people need more control of the transmission than others, than just a regular road truck. Somebody that does heavy haul and whatnot, they need more control.
Yeah, right. They need more gears to be able to handle what they're handling.
Right. There's an application for everything.
And then the automatics, because I am hyperactive, makes me lazy. It's nice to be able to just go hit that button. You're sitting over here, and then you're like, all right, I'm bored. Now I have nothing to do with this hand besides hold the steering wheel. Before, where I was holding the steering wheel and shifting, it gave me something to do. So I was occupied, getting my exercise. But when I hit the button and go, all I'm doing is sitting back. Now here I am holding the steering wheel. Okay.
Makes you go
I've had my fun now. Yeah. It has its good moments. It has its bad moments. I mean, it will, in certain situations, it will outrun a stick in certain situations and what you need to do. And I've seen sticks out doing automatic where the automatic will just keep on spinning and you can actually rock it with a stick and be able to get yourself out. With the automatic, don't know that. It just knows torque, untorque, torque, torque.
It makes a difference. A lot of these new trucks don't even come with a power divider.
Yeah, that's really a stupid idea.
How many new trucks don't even have a trailer brake?
Trolley brake. I've seen quite a few of them. But I'm like, there's something missing here. It's not. Hey, where's the trolley brake? It ain't on the dash, and it's not on the column.
How are you supposed to do a proper trailer tug check? Leave the trailer brakes pulled in and then do it. If you're pulling a Mack that takes 15 minutes for it to air up, that's not an option. It's slow to get air back to all three axles back there. You gotta push it in and just wait. Do you pre-trip? It'll air up in it.
Yeah, you'd be able to do your pre-trip twice before the airbags air.
There you go.
Mean, our 8-axle truck it does that.
Mhm.
And it's all new. It's all new electrical and airlines all through it, and it still takes up to 12 minutes to air up all the airbags on the 4 axles back there, plus the airline running to the neck that needs to
There
be.
you go, Glenn.
Like,
Take your
oh my
30 while
God.
you're airing up.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, right there. Yeah,
Yep,
take your
that's
30.
about right. So what's your show about tonight? I know you always have a theme.
Yeah, and then you got Scott there saying, "Well, I pull over 220,000 with mine, and it does great." And that's what
That's
his
right.
automatic.
Scott has an automatic, don't he?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
He has the automatic Kenworth with the the Allison 18 speed in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, hang on. Where you at? You want me to add you in? You're not even on the back here. I don't even see you there, Buckwheat.
You must be talking about Scott.
No, I'm talking about Gabe. Come on, add me in. He's not
Oh.
even in here. He's like, add me in. I can't add you in if you're not in the back. In the back.
Forgive me, I'm smoking. There's a hurricane.
Nope. I don't. Hey, I understand.
Hey, don't
Yeah.
worry about it. I've been smoking this whole time.
Okay.
That is the one thing I have said on my page, and I have said it on the show. I don't want no drinking on the show. I don't want, and I try to keep the cursing down to a minimum because I do have families with kids, and I do have my family members with kids that do watch this show.
Exactly.
And they may not watch it today, they may not watch it tomorrow, but I mean, they do watch. Yes. So I try to keep that down to a minimum, but I do tell them, I'm a truck driver. There's stress no matter what you're doing, even if it's running a show or driving a truck or working on stuff. You got to have a stress reliever, and this is stress reliever. So I don't have a problem with y'all smoking on screen. A lot of people don't like it, but hey, I'm not going to sit there and tell another fellow trucker, hey, you can't smoke on here.
Well, I hope not, because you know what I'd probably tell you.
Oh, I know.
Kick rocks.
And I don't feel like going that far down because I don't feel like digging that kind of hole. No.
To say it nicely, kick rocks.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Yeah.
Oh.
But this is Glenn, and I don't know if you've seen it, but this is where he's at right now.
I hope he's not there.
He's there. He is there.
He needs to get out. You need to get your family and get out. I'm serious. They're liking this to Katrina. You need to get out. You do not need to stay there. There are search and rescue teams there that aren't going in past Baton Rouge right now because they know what it's going to be.
Yeah.
If you're in the path, please get out. Oh God. At least your family's there, but good gosh. If
yes, Mama, and I'm home.
Yeah.
And and his family's
Glenn, find me
His
on
family
Facebook.
is out, but he's riding it out.
Yeah, he's riding it out there. Yeah.
Keep your phone on charge. Hopefully you got second power source. Those phone lines are gonna go down, so you may not have phones.
Yeah. You guaranteed not to have power. So if you're lucky, if you got and I think Glenn does have a generator. He used to keep one on the truck. I think he took it off though. You did take yours off the truck, didn't you, Glenn? But yeah,
it worries me because I'm afraid after this goes through, he's not going to have a way to communicate that he needs help. You know, if he could reach out to me, I know the search and rescue teams that are in there. You know, we can try to get help to people. Oh, let me guess, your dad won't leave.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people like that won't leave. There's a lot of people that can't leave. They
Yeah,
call
and,
the
and
evacuations and stuff way too late, and a lot of people just can't afford to leave.
no, and it can't. And then the other thing is with the COVID, a lot of them don't want to leave their house and go into a crowd of people because not only if they survive this, then they're going to catch that. So, which
Well,
way do you want to do
a
it?
lot of the
If I'm going to
shelters
do it, I'd rather stay at home if
and
something's going
take
to
my
happen.
chances.
Yeah.
Just be careful, hun. Make sure your windows are covered up. Sandbag your house. I hope you got some sandbags. The wind and the water is going to be your worst. And whatever you do, if you go to your attic, if water starts coming in the house and you go in the attic, take an axe or something with you. You
Or make
wouldn't
sure you got a
believe
chainsaw. Yeah,
you
cut
wouldn't believe the
the
number of
ceiling.
people that die in their attic because they can't get out.
Yeah.
They go up to try to get away from the water and then they're stuck.
Read this one, Justin.
Hard
Let's
problems.
see.
Good.
That's right. He has a heart problem and is not leaving, so I'm not leaving him here alone. We live about a mile from each other. He's supposed to come stay with me tomorrow.
Good.
Right.
Have an out. Have a plan, hun.
Yeah, have another way of being able to get in and out of there.
Because
he said they were already calling for 160-mile-an-hour winds. Your house is not going to be standing.
Yeah, they're saying Cat 4 at landfall, and it's probably going to be a good size Cat 4.
Yeah.
I'm getting FEMA updates on a regular basis, and yeah, it's.
What are you needing for now for when this does hit? What are you? Well, I know you need trucks out the yin.
I need what I always need. I need drivers that are willing to transport into the disaster area, and I need drivers that are willing to stay in the area and transport to distribution points from warehouse hubs. You wouldn't believe how easy it is to move food for 300 people on a semi than it is putting it in a U-Haul.
Yeah.
It's one of those, we talk about how as drivers, we run the country. We run everything. If it wasn't for us, people wouldn't eat. It's the same thing in a disaster, except these people are stuck. They can't go to the grocery store because it's gone.
Yeah, the grocery store's gone. The gas station's gone. The car is probably gone. Or the house that they were just getting protection from is gone too.
Whatever they get is what we bring them. And, everybody talks about how people look down on truckers and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
What have you done? Have you done something to try to make the industry better? Or are you just bitching about it? Step up, go in.
Well,
and help.
And here's the funny thing. And I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
But here's the funny thing. All right, we got a Cat 4 hurricane fixing to hit New Orleans tomorrow night. All right. And these guys are talking about a trucker strike on Tuesday.
That's typical.
That's about like sitting there having the same screw up we got in Afghanistan. Come on, let's do a strike during of something that we really got to have.
If anything, if they want to support the Australian truck drivers, does anybody remember the fires last year they had in Australia?
Yeah, they had some severe fires.
The truck trains that they had hauling supplies and hay into these affected areas was beautiful. If you want to pay tribute to the truckers in Australia that are doing something, do like them. They know what a brotherhood is. They know how to help people. Everybody talks about, how dare you ask truck drivers to give something for free? Well, you know what? You talk about the brotherhood. How many truck drivers live in the state of Louisiana? How
A
many
lot.
drivers'
lot.
families are fixing to lose everything?
Yeah. Well, we got a good friend of ours, Jim Bailey.
Mhm.
His mom is still there in Louisiana. His company is based out of Louisiana.
Yeah.
I mean, he owns 4J's Trucking, but he also, his mom and the company that he's bought his stuff from is based and that he runs under is right there in Louisiana.
Yep.
And I know he's probably sitting there sweating bullets right now to figure out how he's probably going to get down there and get his mom and get her to safety.
Yep. And
That's
you
if
know,
he ain't
all
already
these
done it,
drivers
but
are
I
stuck
haven't heard
out.
from him in a day or two.
You know, all
So,
these drivers that are stuck out and can't get home, they're sitting there worried about their families.
yeah,
And if the driver knew that one of their brothers and sisters, has stepped up and said, "Don't worry, I'm gonna make sure your family eats.
yeah, I'm gonna make sure there's supplies being brought to him.
I'll take stuff in to make sure your family's took care of." Because you know
Mhm.
what? The Red Cross, FEMA, all of them do great things. They can't help everybody.
Yeah,
They can't help everybody. There is more charitable organizations and churches and stuff that go in and stay. They stay
yeah.
for months after the
Yep.
disaster. They're the ones that
We
help
got 4
dig the
churches.
houses out. You
Yeah, we
know.
got 4 churches here that are getting people ready to go.
Mhm.
And then I got family on the other side, like I said, over in towards Nashville. There's 2 large trucking companies that are getting their dump trucks loaded up. My cousin's supposed to be leaving in the morning. I don't know. They're staging outside of Louisiana,
Yep.
but they're heading out tomorrow morning. I'm supposed to be getting a phone call from one of the guys over at FEMA because I forgot that 4 years ago I signed up to move move campers for them when they had the last hurricane, and we did the paperwork. And it was just right after they got done doing everything.
Mhm.
And when they got done, I got a phone call this afternoon saying, "Hey, you're on the list. Are you able to?" Well, yeah, I'm able to. I just didn't think it was going to take you 4 years to call me, but yes. But they did call and say, "Hey, if we need to, we have over towards Jackson, Tennessee. We're going to need you to head over there. Are you close?" I said, "Well, yeah, I'm 3 hours, 3.5, 4 hours away." They
Right.
said, "Fine. Then we'll need you to, if we call you, we're going to need to run that down there. You're going to be able to run it 7 days a week, whatever it takes."
Right.
You know?
You know, you said your church is going down there to help. Could your
Yeah.
church
And there's
afford to pay?
there's four other churches that are doing it.
Right, but could your church afford to pay $3, $4, $5 a mile right now to transport supplies down?
I don't know.
There's a lot of them that can't,
Yeah.
especially when they got donated supplies. Most of the time, a church will take up collections and they go in. They can't afford to pay. You know, no offense. I know what freight rates are right now.
Yeah.
But, well, I'm glad you're loaded. But hey, at least you got some weight on.
Yeah.
At least you got
Yeah.
some weight on. But, you know, these charitable organizations can't afford to pay what freight rates are right now.
No.
You know, and it's even if you got room for 2 pallets, 3 pallets, 5 pallets.
Yeah, he left Arizona yesterday, made it home today, and my phone hasn't stopped from my driver's brothers trying to get to come to my place and do whatever they could do to have this ready. Yeah, have it ready for the storm. And that's where the other part of the brotherhood is coming in. They're willing to help.
Yeah, that right there is a brotherhood, y'all. That's brotherhood.
Yeah, right there. That are willing to come out and help him out. Yeah. And help him make sure his house is hurricane set up. Yeah.
That's the brotherhood.
Yep.
I'm not asking anybody to break a seal, Vicky. I never ask anybody to break a seal. If you're sealed, you're screwed. There's nothing you can do about that. But there are dry-van loads and stuff that aren't sealed that sometimes they can transport. Let me put it to you this way. 2 years ago, I had a 12 by 24 box in Florida that had coats in it going to kids that had been affected by the storms.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get anybody to pick up a box and put it in their passenger seat.
Wow. If
That's
I
messed up.
was still in Florida, I would have never had a problem. I would have said, "All right, I'm loading
All
the
they had to
school in
do was
to
pick
go."
it up in Florida and drop it off in Georgia. They'd have come out and met them. They were going to bring the box to the truck stop. They'd have met them. I couldn't get nobody to haul a friggin' box.
Wow.
I've been cussed. I've been told off. I've had brokers try to help us post about the loads. They've been cussed. How dare you ask a truck driver to do something for free? I'm not asking you to do something for free. I'm asking you to be human.
Yeah.
I'm asking you to help somebody.
Yeah.
Because you know
And
what?
there's some cases that some of these places will help. Even some of the churches I know have offered up fuel money
Yep.
to help them out.
We have
That,
fuel
hey,
donations.
we'll cover your fuel money.
Yep. The organizations we work with will help you with fuel money. You know, and we have mud flap. If you're somewhere away from where I can get money to you, I can pay for your fuel and you can pick it up wherever, you know, that takes mud flap. There's lots of different ways to do it. But, you know, seals, you're stuck. Sorry, Dave, you can't break a
Yeah.
seal.
No, yeah, he's hauling a tanker, so it's kind of really hard for him to haul anything. Yeah,
But
he hauls a tanker.
Dave, they do have needs sometimes for full tankers of water, drinking water.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I have been asked for those before.
Yep. And then the other thing, Monkey says, how do we get brokers on board?
I have a couple. I have one that's actually from New Orleans or the New Orleans area, and he's currently evacuating. And what's sad is he transports. He has his own trucks too, and he transports for us occasionally. And he actually has paying loads that the driver can do while he's down there. He's got FEMA loads of ice that once the driver gets there and delivers, he can haul FEMA ice or something like that if he doesn't want to stay and haul for charity.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, hang on real quick. I actually have a special gentleman that I need to bring in while I got him.
Okay.
Well, hello, Mr. Gary Shaw. How are you, sir?
I'm alive. That's and breathing. That's about it. It's been a very rough few days.
I know what you're going through. I don't know about a wife, but I do know my dad. I know my dad passed away 1.5 years ago, and my mom still hasn't gotten over it. I still think about it.
Well, I've had grandparents, and I've had a dad, and this is nothing. I mean, Angie was my rock. Sorry.
No, you're right, honey. That was your partner. That was your life partner.
Hey, you're good.
It would be wrong of you not to show emotion.
Yeah,
but it makes me feel weak.
You're not
Lord.
Look,
Hey, man, there's
weak
you
about
are not weak. It just tells you how much you love your wife.
There's nothing about being weak about that. I tell you this right now. If something happened to my wife, I'd be the biggest baby in the goddamn world.
That's what I basically been feeling like. This we have pictures everywhere. I mean, it's and just like somebody they were talking about when I got rid of Snow White and in the trucks. They said, "Well, if you lost your mind," I said, "Evidently." I said, "But if you ever find your soulmate, you will understand." And we had a wonderful almost 9 years together, and it's we wasn't expecting this. We'd got good news 2 weeks ago, and the doctor basically told us, well, there was a slight Now you got to understand, Angie had lung cancer, lymph node cancer, brain cancer, sternum cancer, spine cancer, uh, hip cancer, and buttock cancer. And she fought this almost 3 years. I mean, I'm a little over almost $1 million in debt, and I don't care. Money doesn't, I mean, I sold all the trucks. I sold my bike. I sold everything I could sell except for the house to get her into the cancer center. We lost our health insurance. She had 16 tumors on her brain, and every insurance company that I've checked with, once you get over 6 tumors, they have every legal right to just cancel you. They threw her out of the hospital, sent us home, and told us that we had 120 days and make funeral arrangements. Well, I prayed, and God didn't tell me that she was ready, so we sold everything and that we could sell, and I got her into one of the best cancer treatment centers. And in a week ago yesterday, or 2 weeks yesterday, when we had done a complete CAT scan, it showed an 0.0001 growth on her bottom of her spine. And the doctor basically said, that's nothing to really worry about. And from the time when we brought her down on Friday to sometime Saturday, she started basically, I could tell in her breathing something was wrong. And on Monday, when I unloaded in Seattle, Washington, and was fixing to head up the Canadian border to grab about $1 million worth of cherries, I told her, I says, I'm parking the truck. If you don't go immediately to the hospital, I'm parking the truck and getting on a plane. And she says, you can't do that. And I said, and she said, you'll lose the contract. I said, I'm not worried about contracts. They can kiss my ass if they can't understand. You go into the hospital, and she didn't want to go. So I made my daughter call the ambulance. And when the ambulance got out here and checked her blood pressure was dropping. They basically thought that, and told her that she needed to go to the hospital, which she did. And when we got to the hospital, they run some tests, and it come back that she had mucus in the bottom of her lungs, and said she had pneumonia. And they told me it was nothing I could do. They were treated for it. So I went ahead and took the load, got loaded extremely fast. Actually, I called and had them load me and I give the guy about $300-400 extra. I said, load me, get me out of here. And I made a beeline for Atlanta and dropped the trailer, grabbed my other trailer, come back to the shop, dropped it off, and then I went to the hospital, and they wouldn't let me in. Told me that COVID, I couldn't come in. I said, you can take COVID and stick it. I said, I'm coming to see my wife. And I contacted the doctor. He basically made arrangements and put on her chart that she could have up to 4 people. Well, me and my daughter went in, and I told him that my sister was on her way. My sister-in-law was on her way. Her sister, they'd been taking care of her for 2 years. She was on her way from Virginia to come down. And then they next thing I know, I had somebody knocking on the door. I come outside, and there's 3 security guards and 4 county cops. And I said, yeah. And they said, you can't. We've heard that you were bringing somebody else in. Rule is you could only have, they make an exception, you can only have 2 people. And I said, okay. I said, that's not what we were told. And to backtrack, I had them do on Saturday, I had them run a microscope down her tubes, trying to get into the lung to see what it was. The right lung was so severely closed up with cancer cells that it was actually eating and bleeding on her tubes. We couldn't get that down, and because her breath was starting to get harder. Got down into a little bit into the top of the left lung, and it was the same way. It was growing. And the doctor basically, I said, can we drill? He said, drill. I said, what can we do to take these out? I mean, there's got to be something. And he said, we were trying to get a stent. And I said, okay, let's get a stent. He said, we can't do it. We can't get that in there. And he just turned around and told me, he said, can I be blunt? And I said, yeah. And he said, it's a matter of days. I said, days. He said, there's nothing we can do. And I lost it. And that's when the cops were coming. And I told him, I said, she doesn't want to die in this hospital. She wants to go back to Virginia. He said, you can't get her in Virginia. We can't let you take her home. And I said, what do you mean you can't take her home? He says, she'll never make it even to home, basically hardly to home. So I called a friend of mine that's a doctor, and through one of my other businesses, I called him or her, and I said, I need a huge favor. And she said, what? And I said, they're not going to let Angie out of the hospital unless I have almost a hospital set up at home. And she said, what do we need to do? And I said, I need a bed. I said, I need 4 oxygen machines. I said, I'm going to need basically almost like a complete hospital, IVs, the whole 9 yards. And I said, I'm going to need you there at the house. And basically until she passes. And he says, until she passes, I said, it's probably going to be days or hours. I said, I made her promise that I would get her to Virginia, or I'd get her home so she wouldn't die in the hospital. And that was another expense I wasn't expecting, having to pay for an ambulance ride. Them things are expensive when you have to have all that oxygen. And then because she died here at the house on Wednesday at 4:05, they hit me with over $2,000 to basically transport her to Virginia. And then I had the funeral expense up there, and I said, holy crap. I mean, it's just like never ending. But anyway, she died peacefully here at home. When I told her to stop fighting, I said, quit fighting. I said, you're laboring to breathe. I said, just stop fighting. I will take care of Amber. And I said, I love your daughter like they're mine. I said, I love your kids just like they're mine. And I said, I made you a promise that I would, if I had to work till I was 90 years old, that I would provide for your granddaughter. And my little 3-year-old granddaughter, I mean, she loves me to death. She loved her mama like crazy, and she couldn't stand to be up on her grandmother near the bed. She couldn't stand to see what with all the stuff that we had to hook up. But
I showed this picture. Is this the one you're talking about right here?
Yes. She's now 3 years old.
Wow.
And see, I should have known when that picture right there.
Yeah.
I should have known something was wrong with Angie right then and there, because that picture, Angie changed. I mean, she changed drastically over a 2-year period. She was. I mean, there's some other pictures that, I mean, she was extremely very, very beautiful, and she started aging quickly. And I did catch it because I begged her to go to the doctor 6 years ago. And and she said, we're starting this company. We got these 4 trucks. And I said, I could give a shit, And she says, well, if you hadn't spent all that money going to Washington and arguing and fighting, up there at FMCSA, she says, but she spent as much money. I mean, she loved to put money in my Harley and on my truck. She spent money on chrome. I mean, she first woman I've ever seen that didn't gripe about buying chrome. I mean, because she knew Snow White was, it's just like she says, if I asked for a divorce, she says, if I told you to give up Snow White or me, which one would it be? And then I said, she said, you're hesitating. And she said, I'm having to compete with Snow White. And I said, no, you're not having to compete with Snow White. And when she realized that I was selling Snow White to get rid of Snow White to pay for cancer, she started crying. She says, you're getting rid of your baby. And I said, well, it's to protect my other baby.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, it's been rough today. I mean, everything. Somebody was telling me to listen to some songs, and I said, almost every song reminds me of her. I mean, it's like, and just like I told my mom, I'm dealing this with my mom right now, and we just got my mother out of intensive care for 40-something days. I
don't want to cut you off, but I do have another gentleman by Brett that wants to come in.
Go.
I'm gonna go ahead and jump off then, y'all, and let y'all do your thing.
Well,
no, you ain't got to.
No, because we like having you in here because we were talking about the hurricane and trying to get things done for you, because I know he's important and so are you too, because you're fixing to go through hell week when this hurricane hits.
And
I
I've
know.
got something, Shelly, that's going to be big. I brought my partners on here, Brett. We've got a way to basically raise Lily if we do this right. And I'm going to let Brett basically tell us that we can set up something for your nonprofit, because this is something that everybody in the world has. Everybody's got a cell phone, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
How many of us have 0 apps on them?
None.
No. Everybody's got apps.
15.
Yeah, 15, or like me, I've got over 100. Okay. How many of these apps are paying us money every month?
None.
What if I told you I've teamed up with a guy, been working on this for 2 years. He created OnStar for GMAC.
Mm-hmm.
He made millions of dollars. He left GMAC and went to Google and Facebook. And 7 years ago, he started his own company. 2 years ago, I hit him up and said, and we talked about an idea. How can we give back to everybody? Because when you go to get your phone, there's a little box that you check. Well, there's about 70 to 80 pages that 99% of people do not read.
Right.
Well, you give them permission to basically track your location where that phone goes. We've created an app we've just got approval from the Apple iStore. And Brett, how hard is it to get an Apple approval?
It's pretty hard.
It's not something that you just throw together and submit it and it's accepted. We had one app that took about 3 years before it got to the store part. Before we actually got the approval, you could actually put it in our store. And I mean they'll nitpick every little piece of it, and spelling mistake was one of the flags. Simple little a word that was misspelled. I don't remember what it was. I think it was like was or were or something like that. And it was like, I mean, when they deny you, you got to start over again. You don't get to just go fix it and then they look at it again.
And we got that. We got the Apple approved. We got Android approved. We're doing beta test right now on this app. We're going to give everybody that will download this app in the entire world $5 to $25. But what we're going to show is we're going to show businesses how they could give back. For every business that were to contribute to your organization, you can basically tell them you'd like to give them a gift of $5 to $25. All they got to do is download that app, turn it on, and it makes everybody pay. It has those apps. Everybody in the whole entire country. We're going to open up in the United States first. 30 days after we open in the United States, we're going to Canada. 60 days later, we're going to every English-speaking country. 6 months from now, we're going to every foreign language. There's 8 billion cell phones in the world. Now, how can we turn this into a moneymaker for people? Is we're going to give everybody $1 to basically to literally share the app. Now, somebody told me today, says, that's not worth it. I said, well, I want you to think about this. It's not multi-level marketing. I said, but let's just say you were to find somebody like me that has thousands and thousands and thousands of friends and in lots of group. And I said, what if I were to get 10,000 people to download that app and they turn that app on? That's $10,000 a month. What if I find an organization like the Final Mile that they could give back to people or to truckers with room to spare? They could give back to those people, and let's say 50,000 people download that free app, and you were the one that did that, okay? You would make $50,000 per month, but because I'm the one that sponsored you, and you're on my first level, I make what you make. I'll make 50,000. There's a little girl on YouTube that has 2.8 million people watching her put makeup on. Could you imagine if you could just get 1% of those people? That's $280,000 a month. Well, if you could get $30,000 a month, Shelly, coming into your group, into your organization, would that make a difference for you with a?
It would make an extreme difference, but being a 501, there's certain guidelines I have to follow. So
let me jump in there, Gary, on that one.
Okay.
501c3, we love them because how would you like to send a message out to the people that you're wanting to get your newsletter and say, listen, there's a $25 grant and I'll show you how to claim it. Hit me up for information, because that's what this is about. It's not about anything more than that. So you take your business, the business model is simply sending out a blurb or, free money to your people. All they do is a short little sign up process. They do nothing after that. And then they can claim between $5 to $25 a month, depending on how busy they are. That's it. That's all you're worried about. From the C3 standpoint, it's more about what can that information do for your business. How many more people could you get your business in front of by handing out that information for $25? And that's the avenue we're taking with it. So the side step that Gary was talking about was, as you have that 501c3, which of course, you can still. I have a venture with autism, and so you can still utilize that 501c3 and sign up, because now it's a product. It's a product. Because of this product, you're able to send it out, just like any of the PLR stuff that you're able to get out, or the wholesale stuff that the schools do for fundraisers. Mm-hmm. So what Gary's talking about is it's an up to $25 grant. We always tell people a $25 grant, because you make that monthly, and even if you're a grandma that doesn't go anywhere and you have a mobile phone, chances are you're going to make about $5, but over the next year, you'll make $60. And that's why we always leave with $25, because you're either going to make the $25 that month, or you're going to make it at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, we've thought this through for every business, for every 501c, for every organization. We've been working on this for over 2 years. Me and Brett basically have been working on software that we're going to be able to give organizations probably $100 to $200 to help them and with their business to grow it, because this could be something that there's soccer moms, there's bands that need money, that for new band equipment or new uniforms, or just like yours with buying things for this hurricane. I mean, who knows what this is going to do down in New Orleans or in Louisiana or Mississippi. I mean, this thing looks like it's going to be big. From what I've seen, it looked like it was 300 miles wide.
They're comparing it to Katrina.
They're compared it to where now?
To Katrina.
To Katrina.
Yeah.
I was down that way for both of them. I'm from Panama City, by the way, just to north of Florida. Mm-hmm. And so I'm in Central Florida right now because of Hurricane Michael. We end up losing our house in Michael.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy.
And then Brett has set up something for me for the fundraiser with all the expenses with the medical expenses, because when they kicked her out, I mean, I applied for some grants, but we wasn't expecting any of this. I mean, we did everything in the planning that we could do, and I'm still not back to where I was, but it's unreal. But I want to try to help. I'm more concerned trying to help everybody else right now than I am with me. I will survive. I'm taking probably 2 or 3 weeks off because I don't feel comfortable trying to get behind a truck right now. And with everything that, a song could come up and I'd lose it. And if I didn't have some kind of music playing or something, then it's running through my mind. So I thought, no, I'm parking my truck. I'm not gonna, it's just not worth it. Safety to me. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I went to, you were up there with us, Shelli. I mean, that's just one of the reasons why we did not, with Operation Black and Blue, it was about safety. It wasn't about, us trying to make a name for ourselves or anything else. It was about the brother and sisterhood. What could we do to help all of us? Because there wasn't nowhere to park. I mean, the rules and the regulations that these people come up with. And then when we found out that not one person on that board has ever set their butt in a seat, not one person has ever really run a company. They're pencil pushers and don't know shit. I mean, that's upsetting.
Yeah. It is.
I've known you for about 20 years. And the other day is the first time I heard him whimper and cry, and it just broke my heart. Because, when Angie passed, it was just, He's been going through a lot, just going through the cancer and dealing with her, and if anybody knows anybody who's gone through cancer and chemo and everything, any ailments, they know that they become hard to deal with sometimes, and then their thinking is just, she was like, you know what, I want a divorce. That's what she said last week, and Gary's like, a divorce? Why? She's like, I'm no good for you. I can't do anything for you. I can't help you. I can't, he's like, listen, it was for better, for worse, not till it gets inconvenient. So,
Yeah, she even went off and told me to go find a sugar mama that she could no longer. I mean, that happened over almost 3 years ago when the doctor basically said her bones were so brittle. He says, there is no more sex. There is no more holding her. There is no more, squeezing her. He says, you can kiss her on the lips, but that's about it. And I said, okay. And then she started crying and she said, that's not fair to you. And I said, it doesn't matter. I said, that's one issue that does not matter. I said, it's all about us. And I said, get as many years as we can. We were thinking we could get about 8 or 10 years, according to the doctor. This come out of this when it found its way to start moving and that it could move, it moved in every part of her body. The only where it didn't get it weakened her heart. But it didn't get in her pancreas and it didn't get in her kidney. But once it found its way to get into those tubes, go into her lung for breathing. And then when I started seeing her breathe, I asked my friend, and I said, Leslie, I said, what can we do? And she said, you're not going to want to do this, Gary. And I said, what? And she said, we're going to have to pump her up on morphine. And I said, that's going to slow the heart down. And she said, yeah. And that's when I went to Angie and I told her what was going to happen. And I said, stop fighting. And I said, just stop, rest. I said, we're going to give you some morphine. And I said, about every 10 to 15 minutes, we're going to give you enough and I told her exactly what it was going. I didn't lie to her about nothing. I've never lied to her. And I said, it's not going to be easy. I said, the kids were all around and it was just family here and Leslie, the doctor. And I said, but we will survive. And when she understood that we would make it and that quit fighting this and trying to stay alive just for, us and the granddaughter. And I told her, I says, I've got my attorney already working now. I put in the house in my granddaughter's name because I'm not going to pay $1 million worth of medical bills. I mean, they can kiss my rear. I'll file bankruptcy on them. But I do have a lot of obligation. There's about 25 or 30,000 I can't get out of. And, but it is what it is.
That's the way it goes. I mean,
Well,
it's
I'll be
hard to
happy
say
to
something
look-
about it. Go ahead.
Sorry.
I'll be happy to look at that information if y'all want to send it to me, Gary.
Okay. I will do that. You can look over it. Now, if you want to turn it into real money, real money is $9.95 until next Wednesday. For $10, anybody could have it, and you can take it as far out left as you want to go. You can only go like three levels, Brett, or four?
No, it's only two. We're talking tapestry, right?
Yeah, the tapestry. Yeah, 2 levels. You can only go 2 levels.
So when they open the door to the app, this isn't our personal app. So we're going to help people do marketing for the app and help businesses use the app to draw, like 501c3s, anybody who's doing business online. I have a little card that we're putting together that says, hey, would you like, something about $25, paying you a $25 grant, need $25, something that a bunch of truckers can use when they're dropping off a load or hitting a gas station or a store. We have a bunch of affiliates that can just drop on cards too. And so it just draws attention, but it's free money. I have one guy who's a car salesman that's using it just to get people to opt in his list, so he can pitch them other things. So,
Okay. Well, I'll be happy to look at it, but I got to jump off here, as I'm sure y'all can imagine. My phone's going off.
I greatly.
Well, I've got a thing right now, Shelly. Before you jump
I really do greatly appreciate you stopping by and talking about what's going on and what you need. And maybe in the next day or two, hit me up we'll do a live and we'll put it out there some more on what's going on after the storm.
I
So
appreciate it.
you can hit me up anytime. This is your
Shelly,
platform.
before you jump off, I've got a campaign that I'm trying to do. Lights on for Angie Shaw.
Yep, I
During the
see.
daytime. Yeah, I'm trying to get as many people sharing it. I like to, because I want to set something up for cancer. I mean, it's amazing. You know, we can find a cure for COVID technically with this jab in less than a year, but we
Don't get me
30
started
something.
on that one.
Yeah, trust me. You know, it's just like we 35 years in cancer and we can't find something. Something's wrong somewhere. And this crap about, you know, they're going to tie that. We have to have a jab to get our CDLs. I may not be driving a truck much longer because I will not take that jab to get my CDLs. I mean, that they can take it and stick it up there where the sun don't shine.
Yep. Okay, not a problem. I'll be sure
Thank
to
you,
share
Shelly.
that.
Good seeing you again, hon.
All right, good seeing you. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah,
You
you
too.
stay in touch, Shell.
I will. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
All right, Brett, you can tell them anything you want to tell them because you know what we were doing with it.
I'm gonna bring two others in real quick.
No problem.
See what they think about it. Where'd he go? Oh, he moved. There he is. Well, he's not on. All right. So go ahead. What do you think about that, Justin? Would that be something you'd like to do?
Yeah, that would be something that I would look into. Yeah.
Hey,
All right,
that's
well,
not
go
what
ahead
you
and give me your
do.
spill.
Do what?
I was telling him, go ahead and give me his deal. Go ahead, Brett.
Now there was an echo.
Oh, that
I
might
thought
be.
Justin was asking a question. It's on.
We're
Yeah.
gonna have we've got a website that we've got going to be setting up, so it's going to be put on a rotator. Because what I want to try to do is basically help everybody that I possibly can. And Brett's my computer guy. We've known each other for 20 plus years or more. We have an advertising agency, so we can help trucking companies. We can advertise all of our shows that we're doing. I kind of like this idea too, Brett, that where we can stream, because I was asking you how we can stream on what we were doing, because there's a lot of people that they can use the internet to get on these shows, but you got to have a home computer because evidently I've been on my phone too much, and they've cut my internet off. That's why I couldn't get on early. I had to get back to the house.
You got to get back to the house.
I'll get you some stuff. I'll get you connected with Brett and Charles. That way we can try to get this out, because I want to get as many people tied into basically this as we can, because I want to try to figure out how to do something for cancer, but I want to help Shelly. I want to help Final Mile. And we've got one more thing that's going to be coming up soon that is going to be also basically what we could do for 501c and nonprofit, because all of us are getting, some of us are getting old. And, after you grind 18 gears, 13 gears all day long, your knees, well, I've got something you can stick on your knees, two little bitty Band-Aids, in 5 to 15 minutes, the pain in your knee goes away. Well, I can't really say pain, but discomfort will go away.
Yeah.
It blows people's minds. And Brett knows all about how to set all this stuff up.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't have a problem with that. When you get it, we can always throw it onto the pages, and we'll put it out there for everybody to see, so they can read it, go through it, join it when they want to. I mean, I have no problems letting you come on and promote it. I don't have a problem with that.
Sound like a plan.
Yeah, and then
Well,
that young
there it is. I just
34 years old over there. It don't know anything about knee pain.
No, he's too young to know anything about knee pains.
No.
Oh, come on.
Well,
I got knee pain. I got back pain.
Well, I got a guy that cussed me out, and he's a friend up in Pennsylvania. He was trying to play with a truck and on a motorcycle, and he hit the truck, and for more than 5+ years, they had him on the highest narcotics you could think of. And then he got a legal marijuana card that he could go buy it. I sent him some samples. and had somebody go take him some free samples, and he cussed me and he said, "You think this little bitty nickel is going to do something, and here I'm on morphine?" I said, "We won't know till you try." Yeah, I said, "That's Brett. He's got some of them. See them little bit bad, them little stickers? That's CBD. What he's got. Now that's legal for us. That's legal for us to take. Why? Because we took out the THC out of it. They cannot test. It won't show up no chemicals. You see, I've got it. I wear it all the time here. I actually have it in a resonator that'll last 5 years. And it's, every time they test me consistently.
Hey, I'll show you mine. Mine's over here on the stand right now.
Did it help?
Yeah, it's helped. The release helped. I haven't opened up the new package or whatnot, but they had 5 locations where they went in on the side of me, and they're healing. But you know, I always put the stickers on.
Yeah.
And they work. That's what's amazing about them. And there's no chemicals. There's no transdermal. There's no chemicals in them. None of them. It's nothing but energy.
But hold on, make sure you don't tell my wife that, because I ate all the brownies the other day just and blamed it on the patch.
Wow. I ate all the brownies and blamed on the patch. That's good.
Hey, I sent it to you, Charles.
Yes, sir.
I sent it to you in your email.
All right. Let me see. Email.
Not email. I'm sorry, on your in Messenger. My bad.
Oh, all right. All right, I got it. I'll have that. I'll get that, and I'll post it on the page.
Well, if you decide you want to get in it, don't post mine. You can post yours.
All right.
You can turn it into a business for $9, and when you make money, I'm going to make money off of it.
All right.
Because you'll be on my first level. You'll be on one of my first levels.
No. Sorry, Gary. We got to move to one of your second level people.
Oh.
Okay. So here's the deal. Because this is a more private group, and there's a few different benefits they have, especially if we hurry before the launch. You know, you have what they call a super affiliate. That's somebody who got 10 people. Well, Gary made super affiliate like 60 people ago. But you have a second level that takes you to global. And so he needs about 60 people at his second level to get him finalized so he's in the global part. And that's one thing they're really pushing to do, is get him on the global level.
On the global level instead of the regional level.
Well,
see, when we open this up worldwide, there's 8 billion phones. And then when I go global, then you make money all over the entire world.
Yeah.
But everybody can make money all over the entire world. Go ahead, Brett.
And there's also some other marketers on there that see, because Gary speaks with a southern drawl, and he's a trucker and he's just a little slow, that he ain't gonna make it. So I'm like, boy, you messing with the wrong person. Let me tell you how family works. We stick together. We take care of each other.
Hang on a second. There we go.
Echo for reiteration.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No worries.
But go ahead, as you were saying.
Anyway, so I want to help Gary pushing. So instead of just putting everybody on his first level, he's going to help out some of the people he's already put in, and then make sure they get their 10 people. And that's all. And as soon as they have their 10 people, he still gets.
Hello.
Oh. But Sandra, that wasn't me.
Let me call you right back. I'm on a show. I'll call you right back. All right, love you. Now that was my mother, and she was in the and just like I told her, she's got to fight. I can't. I said if you pass away, I said Angie just went. If you don't fight to try to, her oxygen level's down. I said if you don't fight to try to stay alive, I said I can't handle, my mother and my wife at the same, basically within a week's apart, going down. I said I'll be crazy.
Yeah.
And there's so much stuff here at the house with still all Angie's tubes and breathing, and it's like everywhere.
Yeah, you're gonna have a mess on your hands for at least a little while.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes. But it was worth it. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't, I wouldn't trade it. The experience has been, it's been different, but she was my world. So I went and got me this today.
Yeah.
Little
your
angel.
angel? Yep.
Yeah. Like a setting and by my computer at home, and then I found a big one to put on her where we're gonna basically bury her.
Yeah.
A big angel, and we'll get her all done. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Brett.
No, it's okay. I was done. No worries.
Well, Justin, you run local or you run OTR?
He's OTR. He's a owner operator.
It's kind of
what?
It's kind of both. We do regional stuff, so I do regional work for Oakley Trucking, based out of Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oakley, yeah, I've seen Oakley.
Like 1 week I could be, 1 week I could be doing regional or local, and then the next week I could be doing OTR.
Well, I normally run. I've got a couple of contracts. I run with a company out of Chattanooga. I'm only 12 miles from Chattanooga. I'm in Northwest Georgia, but I'm just across the Tennessee line by 12 miles downtown Chattanooga. I pick up a Southern Champion and Tray has restaurant to-go boxes and Baskin-Robbins trays that they manufacture for Baskin-Robbins, and there's a big old warehouse out in Seattle. I run every week out there about 5,900 miles, and people say, you can't do that every week legally. I say, yeah, you can. Buy you a little stamp and click on our COVID relief emergency food, and then have them sign it. Hand them $10, $15 at the shipper, and then you can run. Going out, I can't because if I do the restaurant to go equipment, I can. But if I do hardwood flooring, basically for Shaw Industry, Robert was my third cousin. Robert Shaw that owns Shaw Industries. He sold out. Right. He sold out Shaw Industries. And he bought Beaulieu carpet out, and then he started engineering flooring. And he's slowly getting back into the game and buying out a bunch of these other ones. I think it's down to basically 3 or 4 flooring companies and carpet mills now. There's not many.
No.
But carpet don't pay no money.
Yeah, the biggest one's down there in Dalton, Georgia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which that's a lot of Shaw loads out of there too.
Oh yeah.
When I was driving, I drove for Covenant. I don't know how many loads of carpet I pulled out of there running to Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
When mini carpet loads.
Yep.
And I don't like carpet loads because they're like swinging beef. It still rolls around. You can feel it rolling around in the top. Nah, I just don't like it.
Oh
you
yeah.
Can hear it roll too. You think someone hit you because it's you're like, what the hell? Who the hell am I hitting? Yeah, it moves and it thumps. Yeah.
Oh yeah. If you get them big roads, it can move you into another lane because your trailer's going.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Been there, done that.
I've done it for probably 12, 15 years about.
Yeah, been there, done that. Like to get back out there and do it, but like you said, if they're putting a stipulation on there, it's gonna affect my judgment if I'm gonna go back out on there and get it back out on the road.
Well, my mom, Angie,
the last 2 years trying to get back in the seat, and then I get stuck with this. That's gonna be stuck there. Come on.
Well, Angie wanted me out of the truck, and I told her, I said, it's a love. It's not something. It's just like her. It's not something that's easy to give up.
No.
It's.
I wish you had a trailer.
I want to turn it into a trailer. That's what Brad said. I want to basically. I'm gonna buy me a new Kenworth, or buy me an old to get me like Snow White. Find Snow White, buy it back, and then buy me a brand new reefer and set it up where I can put my Harley and my Jeep. Put me a living room in that. Put me a container. Put me a container, 4 or 5 beers. Where kegs where I can go into and if you've got a 36, if you're on a 34 reset, hey, free beer.
Don't say that too much, because there's someone else on this thing to be trying to follow your truck around and figure out what truck stop you're stopping at.
Oh yeah.
Old Justin would be like, "Hey, I can hang around here."
Yeah, it's a pretty truck. You got some pretty trucks that you're showing.
Yeah. But this was from Glenn. Glenn just sent this to me, and I want to pull this up. He is sitting in the flat middle. The blue dot is where he's sitting. That's where that storm's supposed to be hitting. The blue dot is him.
Oh, wow.
That eye is going to be off of him by a good 10, 12 miles. But still, if that eye's 20 or 30 miles wide.
Don't matter the tornadoes. Forget that. Yeah. Forget the eye. What people forget about is the tornadoes. The bigger the eye, that's one thing. The smaller the eye, that you're talking about 15, 20, 30 tornadoes.
Yeah. The tighter the eye is, the stronger it is, and the more spawns it goes off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why'd you exit? Huh? Why'd you get out?
I fat fingered a button.
Fat fingered the button, huh?
Yep. Now, before I interrupted myself, you were talking shit about me.
I wasn't talking shit. I was just speaking the truth.
Yeah.
I know another driver that'd be following around if he goes to Joplin.
I'll be there.
Yeah, I know you'd be there.
Yep.
But yeah, if you got something set up like that, you'd have drivers. I'm on a 34, and I don't care what y'all say.
Shit, if he does something like that, I'm gonna try to steal his damn trailer myself.
But yeah, look at that storm.
Now, the only me that keeps thinking he's going to pull up and he's serving beer, and the lot lizards are just going to come out of nowhere.
I think there'd be more lot dragons than lot lizards.
No joke. Next you see him push a button. I
don't know. He might actually have enough to sit there and have Harley girls show up and go, "Hey, we're just the bartenders around here."
I don't know.
Yeah, see what I can do. I can say the first drink's on me, and then set up a bar.
Yeah, there you go. That way he can pay for the next set of kegs that come back around when he hits the next stop.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, if I pulled up in a truck stop and had a truck like that, and with 3 or 4 kegs of beer and had it on ice where it stayed cold, every truck stop I'd have to have new kegs because they'd empty those 3 or 4 kegs.
Oh man, buddy, my deep freeze. So the test freezer, and he put 2 kegs in there that comes out, and he turns the freezer up to like 32 degrees, 35 degrees, And the beer, talk about, if you take the beer, it's literally right there frozen, but if you take it and you hit it, it'll solidify, almost the ice,
Wow.
But you talk about cold beer, especially right now in a hot day in Florida.
Oh yeah, Florida's definitely hot. I'm originally from Orlando, so yeah, I know all about that Florida heat.
All I got to say is Orange Blossom Trail, buddy.
Yeah, Lot Lizard City.
That's where they originated from, right there.
And that's right there from Orange Blossom. And it's bad enough when you have a country singer by the name of Hank Williams Jr.
Oh yeah,
to sing a song called Daytona Nights, and the first thing on the song is the ladies standing out on the road on Orange Blossom Trail. Yeah.
Well,
really?
he has a place in Weehawken, North Florida. I retired as a cop, and so we actually went on a call to his house. And a buddy of mine that was there first, I was just backing up him, and he's like, "You're not gonna believe who just answered the door." I'm like, I said, "Who?" I said, "Junior." I was like, "You talking about NASCAR?" He goes, "No, Hank Williams Jr." I was like, "What?" And he's a cool cat,
Yeah.
But
And they usually are cool people. They really are. If you don't come in there with that shell shock to them, then they're like, hey, you're an average person. You can handle it. Right?
Yeah,
Most
right.
of them come in there, oh my God, do you know who it is? I went out and changed the tire when I was doing towing in Orlando. I had to go out to Heathrow. I actually had to change the tire on Penny Hardaway's Ferrari because we had to go out there and get it. Well, we went out there to go change it and we couldn't change it, so we ended up having to take it to the Ferrari dealer. And one of the coolest guys that walk up to you and just like, hey man, what's up? And it wasn't like, oh my God, it's starstruck, because I used to see the guys in Orlando down at the Baja Beach Club, which was owned by the Backstreet Boys. So you would see the Backstreet Boys in there. Then you would have the basketball players going in there. You had Shaquille O'Neal going there. You had Penny Hardaway. There was like 5 or 6 others that would all go in there. Then every now and then you would see Art Reynolds would come in downtown. You'd have quite a few other actors that would run it. And the way they liked it was because you didn't make a scene and you just walk up to them. Hey, I'm glad you're in here. Nice to meet you. I love your movies. You did it nice and politely. They're like, hey, appreciate it. Glad for the compliment. I hope you have a good time. And then they walk off. But if you're starstruck, their bodyguards will come around and go, sorry, I can't have you around here. Too much of a panic notice for them, as they call it. But I enjoyed it. I mean, I met quite a few of them. I sat there and played pool with Kenny Chesney for 3 hours downtown at one of the bars that he was just hanging out. I mean, it was just a bunch of different things I have done in my lifetime that I wouldn't trade.
Yeah, same here. Gone a bunch of concerts and at Toby Keith. It was cheaper to get Toby Keith than it was to supply the equipment that he needed. It cost me $3,500 to have him show up to sing. It cost me $3,800 for the additional sound equipment that was needed. And it was like crazy. But, we made bank that night. We did okay. But it's just people are down to earth, and when you just
but if you treat them right and you act normal and calm, they're just regular people, and that's the way they want to be treated. They want to be treated as an average person.
Yeah.
But there is some of them out there that rather have that starstruck, like, hey, I'm better than you. Don't mess with me. You're lower than me. And we know quite a few of them. I've dealt with a few of them. But yeah. And it's just like other things that go on. That everybody's normal. As long as you treat them with respect, they're going to treat you with respect, and they like you that much better. Unlike Justin, he has to wear a Scooby-Doo mask and, dress up. Other than that, we can't take him anywhere.
With my pink polka dot dress and
Oh, don't forget Scott's little scooter with the semi stacks and the little horn on the front.
In today's time, we have to be what do they call that? Socially accepted,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, say the wrong word and you're in trouble.
I'm telling you.
It's not the worst I've ever done.
You know what's bad? You know what's really bad? And I thought this was a total kicker out of nowhere. And I guess it had to be someone had to take an offense to it. But the kicker was, and this was the kicker. I sat there and someone was talking about the vaccine. And I said, do you know that DOT is fixing to do a thing on the 20th? And if they got the bill, and if they get it to pass on the 20th, by the October the 13th, this will be a mandate for them to have the vaccine to your medical card. But what I put on there, I said, it worked. It's on both sides. I said, so either way you go, you may end up, if you take the vaccine, you can keep your CDL. Or if you don't have the vaccine, you'll not have your card. I put that comment on it. I got a community guideline violation because I was putting out false information. I actually even put the DOT website and the paragraph on the the notification that I put on there. And I still got, I was told I was putting out fake news. I said, well, that's funny. If you go to usdot.com, it puts it right there in writing for what they're doing for truckers, airline pilots, and captains of boats. But yeah, I mean, it's just real sensitive.
If you get a chance, go look at the Department of Homeland Security's website and the new bulletin they put out. You know, talk about the new Disinformation Act, and they're talking about opening up. There's going to be terrorist attacks based, or homeland terrorist attacks based on the government reinstituting a new stay-at-home order or something like that. You know,
Wow.
or it phrases it as they tighten restrictions or restrict. You know, basically means another stay-at-home. You know.
Yeah, and if you don't, then the Homeland Security can come in and force you.
Yeah, well, there's a whole big blog saying that in churches and schools right now are targets for terrorist attacks. You know, and that's their intel that they have. That there's going to be a school or a church that's targeted, for a terrorist attack on, and then it also goes into talks about 9/11 and because this is the 20-year anniversary of 9/11, that they expect it to be heightened.
But why would we be hyping it? Oh, I know why. Because we brought in planes with who knows what that just come in on different locations on our country.
Yeah, well, there's all kinds of crap you'll find it interesting if you read it. If you read the whole thing, the fine point. I mean, to me, I'm thinking to myself, they're probably putting this out there, but most of it they're instrumenting. They're putting in the motion and.
Yeah, they're giving you bits and pieces that they've already put in motion.
Yeah.
That they're letting you know slowly. By the time you figure the whole thing out, it's already been implemented and it's ready to go in full effect.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the bad thing about how the government works. Instead of being honest with the American people.
Yeah.
Just saying. Are you wanting to come back in, Miss V? No, you don't want to say hi to and or anything to Mr. Shaw and Mr. Brett? I can't hear you. You just nod your head, yes or no. Okay, I'll let you sit in the back then. She don't want to come on, but
yeah, she told me there's going to be a guys thing tonight, and I said, "Guy thing? I got several friends in here, like Renee Christopher's here. I got several friends on here. There's some people don't know me, and some do. I mean, I basically tell everybody I'm just a nobody. I mean, I'm just like everybody else. I work every single day and run up down the East Coast just because I was, doing a few things with FMCSA. Hey, yeah. Picture of Snow White there, or is that, no, that's not Snow White.
No, that ain't Snow White.
I started saying
it was. At least it was, but it ain't. This is some of the ones I've caught when I was on my way to Alabama, and I happened to catch them that early in the morning, sitting there. And I mean, here, I'll show you what they look like. I'll pull you all out and then show you the picture. Hang on. Yeah. And old Justin must have hit the wrong number again. He jumped back out of there. But they're gorgeous trucks.
Everybody was gone a second ago. Yeah.
Well, I pulled everybody out so you can see the background. That's the background picture. Because if I do it, I have to move it up and put it on a different platform on it. But since we're doing that, I'm gonna take a quick break. We all can sit here, but I'm gonna take a quick break, play a video or two, and then we'll come back and wrap it up. Let's see. Let's do Scott.
With a fearless heart and a taste for the other side. I was a crazy ass kid, all the shit I did, I'm amazed that I'm still alive. They thought I'd change with a little bit of age, but you know I never will. It takes too much time to walk a straight line. I don't have time.
I thought you might like those with those W900 sitting in there.
Yeah, I'll send you some pictures.
Yeah. But I do pictures and videos, so that everybody knows all these pictures and videos I do myself. I do every one of them. I put the graphics into it. I do the artwork to them, and then I put the angles and that on them. A lot of these guys that catch running down the road, I'll do their videos that way too. So I do a lot of the video artwork on a lot of these. Some of them, I have people that will say, hey, you need to do a video of mine and that. So I'll sit there and they'll send it to me. They'll send it to me and then I'll do it up. It takes me a couple hours and I'll have it done and I'll send them the original. And then I'll put the other one on TikTok and let them see it from there too. So if you got stuff and videos and some pictures, send them to me, Gary. I will do you up a nice anywhere from a minute to 3-minute video, and I'll send you the original, and then I'll post it on TikTok and let everybody see it.
I just sent it to you on the in Messenger.
Yeah, you can send it to me in Messenger, or yeah,
Okay.
or you, yeah, that'd be the easiest way if you wanted to, or you can send it to me in a text on your phone. What's up, Mr. Roger McDuck? Gary, that one's for you. Mr. Michael Dunbar says, "Hey Gary, how are you?"
Hey Michael, thank you. I'm alive, brother. I'm alive. That's another fellow trucker.
And then I got Volvo. Glenn, you don't drive a Volvo. I do have your video. I do have it. I've posted it, and now I got to dig it back up and re-put it back up on here because I got so full of videos. Okay. I will bring you in. I got your message.
What's up, baby? How are you? It's finally good to put a face with the name, Mr. Shaw, for the love of A. Yeah. Hey, Brent, how are you? I listened about tapestry, and I hope that goes well with you. I fell in love with the love story that Charles told me about. He had a friend. I was like, what happened? And I just fell in love with the love story, and you sure made that love story true today. Wow, you a truck driver, what we sacrifice to go out there and get in life. And I'm one of them. I like to uplift women, and I talk a lot about safety and highway, talking to you in the Smith system and training. And I've never hesitated in trucking to do it if it was passionate to me. And your story was just passionate to me. So I went out and I got the tattoo, and I love it. And it's a part of my journey in trucking. And I appreciate you sharing your life with me, Mr. Shaw. Yeah, heartfelt.
Is that the tattoo, Ms. V? That's the tattoo you had done of Andrea Shaw.
Yes, it's Angie Shaw. Yeah.
Andrew Shaw. Yeah.
Angie. A-N-G-I-E. Angie.
Yeah. Angie.
Actually, her name is Angela, but because on the death certificate, we put Angie, and they says that doesn't show up in Social Security. I said, oh yeah, we called her Angie, but it's Angela.
Yeah, Angela Shaw.
Yeah.
It was just good. The sacrifices that truckers make out here. I've known so many to say that trucking, you can't have a relationship. It's an instant divorce. It's hard on a relationship. And Charles told me 2 years ago, you didn't even hesitate. You was like, sell it all. I don't care. Sell it all.
I can get more trucks down the road, but
yes,
to find a diamond, to find a real diamond, it is, I've made so much money in my life. Money attracts women. And I've had some gorgeous women. I've dated a lot, but Angie was probably the most prettiest, and she cared more about me and my truck and than anything else. She rode with me. I kept trying to go get her CDLs, and she wouldn't do it.
Oh, that's awesome.
She rode with me, and then when the daughter got pregnant, and then she started developing cancer, she wanted to be home, and I said that's fine. And then when we found out she had cancer, it was, and she got mad. She said, "Why are you doing this?" And I said, "Why am I doing this?" I said, "Why wouldn't I do this?" And she said, "But this is your life. That's your." And I told her, I says, "You remember you asking me a couple of years ago?" She says, if it was either Snow White or you, which would I pick?" And I said, "I'm showing you which one I'm picking." And she says, "You're getting rid of Snow White. I can't believe that." And I said, I can get another truck. I may not be able to get another Snow White like that, but I can get another truck, but I cannot get another Angie.
There you go.
Another Angie. Oh.
I love it. I love it. I really do.
Yeah.
Charles, you good?
I'm good. Yeah, it's about time to wrap it up. We've gone almost 3 hours already.
Yeah, Mr. Brent, are we you gonna send me that link? We're good with that, or what are we doing?
I'm going to put together a final video for that way it's either a picture or a video. So put together a video would be great. So I got to figure that one out.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, well, now, would you like me to do the pictures that we got and do a video to it and then send it to you?
Put it up on YouTube. Send me the link. Just put up, just put, Gary's story in there a little bit, romanticize it a little bit. And that way, when we put it on the GoFundMe account, people know what it's really for. Because a lot of people put stuff up and,
Yeah, it don't really have much content going for what it's for. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm standing. You
All
got
right.
that.
Yeah.
I
I'll just
appreciate you.
give me a tomorrow, sometime tomorrow afternoon. I'll get some
Cool.
video, some pictures from Gary, and from Angie's Facebook. Then I'll do a
I got
little
some
video
beautiful
collage
ones.
of it, and then I'll put it on. You want me to put it on my YouTube?
Yeah, put it on your YouTube and let's just share it, and then share that link to me, and I can put it in
Yeah.
the GoFundMe page. But on
All
that
right.
video, put in
Because
there,
what I'm doing is, the one you got now is the link to the Left Lane with Lefty's actual page. Is the one that you got. But I'll
Okay.
send you the YouTube link too, so that way it'll be on both.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
And that we'll take care of that.
Charles, appreciate you much, and Brett, thank you. Vicky, thank you for letting me, Miss V, for letting me come on. And y'all are welcome to come on my radio show anytime you want. Y'all know I have the United Coalition of American Drivers Coalition.
Yep.
And it's a very educational website. We are probably one of the only few groups I get a lot of people ticked off because I don't allow cussing on there. I mean, it is a business page, and we try to keep it professional. And it's just
The only thing I do ask is once in a while I'll post maybe a show that we're doing professional on safety, and that when I get Miss V, when we get it together, see if it's all right if I put it in one of your groups or into,
sure.
and
You
that,
can.
so that way we can work both ends of it.
We
But I'll
can.
make sure it's professional, and I'll make sure
I know you will.
There's no cut.
I know you will. Appreciate you allowing me to come on tonight. Thank you again, Brett.
Hey, I have no problem with it. Anything I can do for a brother trucker, you know.
See you, everybody.
See ya. Good night, everyone.
See you, Brett. Good night. Y'all have a
Good
good
night,
one.
everybody.
Get in touch with me tomorrow, and I'll see what I can do for y'all.
All right, thanks. All right.
All right, you're welcome. Later, Sean. All right, everybody. As you know, it little rough in the beginning, but we did get it done. I did get Mr. Gary Shaw on here to tell his story about what was going on with him and his wife. Me and Trucking with V, we are sponsoring his GoFundMe to try to help him out with the medical bills and everything that he's trying to accumulate. I will be making, once we get it up, I'll make a donation under Left Lane with Lefty. I believe Miss V will be doing the same. But I will get it up. I will put it on the Left Lane with Lefty's page, and I will put it on Left Line with Lefty's page. Dave, if you got pictures and videos of you doing things at work and of you in your truck, if you send them to me in my messenger, I will make a little collage and I'll do a video and do it up for you. Add the music to it, whatever you want, and I'll get with you, and then I'll send you the original, and I'll put it up on TikTok, and then when I get it done, I'll also put it on the page too. I'll get that done. Like I said, anybody that wants to send me any videos or any pictures that they have of their truck or them coming in doing work with it, just send it to me. I'll do the videos. Scott sent me, I don't know, several pictures, and I got some from his actual page. He sent me the video of him hauling the crane. Jim Bailey did the same thing. He sent me quite a few pictures. I tried to get him to send me a video, but he didn't have any at the time. And when he does, I'll do him another one. I got him too. And there's a few others. I got Glenn's. I figured out how to take care of the other on the other Glenn. I have another program that eliminates certain things that I need to get eliminated. So I'll have probably another one or two tomorrow for you, and I'll throw them up so you can at least see them. And I'll send them to you in your DM so that way you can proof it. But yeah, I'm very glad to see I got a couple of new faces, and I'm glad I see some of the old faces on here. I know someone else did a show tonight, which I wasn't trying to interfere. I know I heard someone say they were going on a date, So I said, I'll do it at 9. And then someone else called me and said, hey, no, they're going on at 9. So I went ahead and jumped on at 8:30 because I'm not trying to interfere with them. But I know they haven't been on in 4 months. But I am trying to do my own thing. And I'm trying to keep this up because I have other things coming in. Like tonight, I wanted to get more a la Shelli, which we got a lot of information. We got a lot of things. And I will get up with her and do a one-on-one, which you'll see, and I'll post that up in Left Lane with Lefty. I will have the trucks with room to spare. I'll have that video up on my Left Lane with Lefty, and you'll see trucks with room to spare. I'll have the link. It will be pinned to the top of the page because they're really going to need some help here in the next couple of days. And Glenn, I really do hope you stay safe, brother. I know where you're at. I've seen, this right here, just, yeah, brother. I right there. Where'd it go? Right there. Right there. That blue dot right there. Brother, you're right in the middle of the crosshairs. It's maybe missing your house, maybe by 5 miles is what it's showing on there. But brother, I'm here with you, and I hope you make it out safe, and I hope nothing happens to you and your truck and your dad. Make it out safe. Just hunker down and do the best you can. I'll be checking on you personally tomorrow, probably tomorrow night, to make sure everything's still doing good and make sure you still got your phone. And then when it does hit, just text me, say, hey, it's getting bad or whatever. I'll give you my phone number and everything, Glenn, too. So you'll have that. But yeah, that right there that's going to be nasty. And then we'll be getting it up here in Tennessee probably Wednesday. I think they said it was going to be Wednesday, and we're getting 100% chance of rain. Ain't no chance. It's all 100% rain. And we'll have that here. Yeah, appreciate it. Going to be, yeah. I lived in Florida, and I lived through Charlie, Jean, Francis, Hurricane Andrew. Yeah, even though it hit South Florida, we were getting anywhere from 90 to 115 mile an hour winds in Orlando. We had probably 3 or 4 pine trees at my house at that time. Was sitting there snapped. They were snapping. That's how strong the winds were. And then my uncle got the contract to go down there with FEMA to clean up Hurricane Andrew. I can get pictures of what that looked like. No lie, when you could see a budget truck on the 5th floor of a building, and we're talking about a 26-foot box truck sticking through the 5th floor window, yeah, that was catastrophic. Yeah. I've seen things. I've been through things. The only thing I miss is being with first response, Road 1 first response, hurricane cleanup for Florida. I used to be with them, and we used to do the hurricane cleanup. Granted, I hated that people I knew in my area that I lived in, houses were destroyed. People didn't have much to go on. But at least I know I was doing the greater good. I was out there cleaning up the railroad tracks. We did a lot for CSX, getting the railroad tracks clean so they can get the trains in to deliver supplies of water and food that they had sitting, waiting in Georgia and that, waiting to come in. So, I've seen a lot and I loved it. The money was good too. And granted, it's not just about the money, but the money was good. I was making, back in 04, I was pulling in $22 to $25 an hour. We were putting in 12-hour days, 7 days a week. The money was good enough that I went out and bought a brand new truck. Before the 9th month, I had it paid off. Yeah, that's just how good the money was. But we also got hit with 3 hurricanes. We had Charlie, Jean, Francis, and then we got hit with Bertha. I was busy there that whole time. I didn't get to go home, see family. And then when that happened, I got married. Oh, let's see, right after Francis. It was right after Charlie, just before Francis is when I got married back in 04. And then things went different from there. But yeah, I was working my butt off. I didn't get to see much of the family. The wife was kind of grumpy with me because I'm that person. I love to work and I love the money. It was good to help us out, but she didn't get to see me. So we kind of had a conflict there. So, and it's kind of hard to do when you first newlyweds. It really does make it rough. And I know that, Glenn. I know that too. All right. So you're going to try to do a live while that's happening. Okay. I'll be watching. Just keep yourself safe, though. That's the thing. Because when you're looking at 160-mile-an-hour winds, I have seen what a 2x4 will do. Yeah. It'll go through completely through everything in a house. And that's even through a brick house that's 11 inches of concrete. And I mean 11 inches thick of concrete and go right through it. Like it ain't nothing. Just like shooting a bullet into a gel mod. I mean, that kind of wind, it's like it ain't nothing to play with. Everything that it's in the air is a flying missile or a bullet, and they mean it. I mean, I've seen some stuff you all wouldn't believe. I mean, y'all probably seen the logging truck where it has all the logs sticking up through the cab and up through the bed. You're like, how in the hell did that happen? You know, I can show you trucks that were semis that were stuck up in trees and had rebar and had signs stuck through all kinds of things. I've seen them with the overpass signs. You know how big those are. I've seen them halfway through a building because it picked it up, turned it into a flying saucer or a frisbee, and it just wipe it out. Yeah. And I know you're not looking forward to the 160-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah. You'll know when it's coming through because it'll whistle just like it does on your truck. When you pull that train horn, it'll have that whistle and it'll sound like a locomotive coming through. And that's bad because twisters sound the same way. So it'll keep you in the flip flop because you won't know if it's a twister or if it's the hurricane. But you'll know it's both because I'm just telling you, it's just the way it is. But brother, just keep safe. I mean, I've lived through quite a few of them. When you live in Florida, a lot of people don't realize Florida's had it easy the last 2 years. Ain't really got hit hard. Now, if it did like probably 5 years ago or 6 years ago, when all them other ones kept 2 to 3 back to back, it just one went up the middle of the state, one come from west to east, and then the other one went from east to west. Yeah, crisscrossing every which way. Yeah, it gets serious, and you're in the middle of the ocean. There's no land in between you to keep it. But I will get off of here. Done running my mouth. I appreciate y'all showing up for the show. I really do. I'm glad I be able to get Gary Shaw on here, and I'm glad you all showed up. I want to give thanks to him coming on, and I know he broke down, which is given his wife just passed Wednesday. And like I said, our hearts felt with him. And from here at Left Lane to Lefty, we with you, brother, and you know we are because we're trying to do everything we can to help you out. And I'm also glad that Shelli Conaway come on and was able to explain some of the stuff in the storm, and she was giving fair warning to everybody. That is not the area to be in because it's going to be a 4, and if it's a very, very super strong 4 at any given time. If it keeps changing or if it don't, and it hits some of that Gulf warm water real good, it can easily jump before it hits land, hit 5. So, which ain't no different than what we have seen, because then it'd be like her, and then it'd be like Andrew, and there won't be much standing. But I want to thank all the ladies that come on. Carla didn't make it. I know there was a couple in the back. I tried to get you all to pop in. I know that you guys are busy, and I had so much up here in the lineup. I had 12 people here trying to get in, and on here I got it set up. I could do 10, but I got it set up for 8 because I don't want it screwing with the internet. Because more than 8 people, it will actually draw so much Wi-Fi, and it'll start distorting the signal and everything else because it's so much trying to put so many people in, and it's trying to do all the video focuses. So that's just one of the issues with StreamYard. But I do have deals going on. I'm working with YouTube, with the YouTube studios. We're working on trying to get into that because we're working on that. And if I can get you guys to go over to YouTube and subscribe to Left Lane with Lefty, please go over there and subscribe. That helps me out a little bit to be able to get into the Yahoo studios and for YouTube, because I want to be able to get in the YouTube studios. And I have a lot bigger pictures, better graphics, better designs on a lot of things. So if you all could just go over to Left Lane with Lefty at YouTube, you'll find me. It's there. And just subscribe for me, please. I greatly appreciate it. And to thank everybody that showed up, everybody that tried to get in. Maybe tomorrow I might have Shelli. Maybe I'll talk to her on the phone. Maybe we'll go over some other things that need to be done. But that's what's going on. And I am coming up to the 3-hour mark. I'm going to play a few videos, and I'm out of here. Y'all have a wonderful night and enjoy your night. I'm glad we could bring some content to y'all. And I appreciate y'all coming in and joining. I really, really do. And we're going to go with, where is he at? I caught this boy, and I know I only did one on the TikTok. I had to remake it because I was able to actually pull up more videos on it. So I did. And this is a beautiful truck. You'll like this one, Glenn. This is a beautiful truck. I mean, you probably even know him, Glenn. You may even know him. Yep. Peace, brother. You may even know him. So here you go.
Six plains and prairies, Rocky Mountain highs, fade off into the distance like ghost riders in the sky. Black smoke and white line, steel horses side by side. It's more than just a living, y'all. Hell, it's our way of life. We're the last of the cowboys. Giddy up, gone, boys. 18 wheels on the concrete. It's a slow and dying breed, rolling like jazz.
Yeah, that was a beautiful truck. I will say so myself.
Come on, everybody, let's do some swing.
There's a little girl in our neighborhood. Her name is Charlotte Johnson, and she's really looking good. I had to go and see her, so I called her on the phone. I walked over to her house, and this was going on. Her brother was on the sofa, eating chocolate pie. Her mom was in the kitchen, cutting chicken up to fry. Daddy was in the backyard, rolling up a garden hose. I was on the porch with Charlotte, feeling love down to my toes, and we was swinging. Yeah, just a swinging. Little Charlotte, she's as pretty as the angels when they sing. I can't believe I'm
across the highway, and I ain't got a hip, and I'll keep on moving.